For 2 months we've waited, but we get to see it again. Hello, and welcome back to World of Syklos for the ARISEN. It's been some time. The Dungeon Master needed to graduate university. Well, technically I'm still not done with that, but effectively did all I needed to do, including, well, the files and stuff. But that also means we can finally return to the campaign. It's been a while. Well, last time on World of Syklos for the ARISEN, a lot happened. We're gonna get into a larger, longer recap. Come the actual start of the session. We are now starting Chapter 5, Devotion. At least, I think that's what I named the chapter. Well, I think we'll get straight up to it. Last session, the party was rewarded for their efforts, saving the city of Pearltide from Dredge and the Wavebreakers, who threatened to not only take over the city, but the entire coast, and possibly have sank the city if not for the efforts of one holy aura, along with, of course, Tidebringers, a couple orc friends from Unahari Island, a bronze dragon who did show up and is going to be an elephant we acknowledge later, and, well, assistance from the scholars of Syklos Academy. We get into first how we got through all of that. It's been a while since I had to start a session. I'm a bit rusty, but that's why we have this. The story we had began in a tavern, all 12's rising in, well, a way that most stories go. The adventure begins when a party met in a tavern. Just to reintroduce ourselves, who are we? All of you? Meeting. Who wants to go?
We aren't totally aura yet, so
Are we not?
it was the start.
Oh, right. Yes, the start.
Yeah, I can't believe Azii wants us to disband already.
No.
Who were you and why did you join? Just tell us.
Alright, do we actually roll the initiative?
Up to you
Well,
guys.
Who am I?
Should you guys go first, since I was the one that technically recruited you guys for this one
True.
mission in the beginning first? Or should I be doing the introduction first?
I can start.
Yeah, we can go clockwise.
Yeah, we can go clockwise.
From Viav? Or, sorry, you guys?
Oh, from Scott.
Oh, okay.
Clockwise,
Anyways.
starting from 7 p.m. From prologue order.
Yeah.
What was prologue? When was the prologue? Who started
I think that was
prologue?
Ilphriina, then QQ, then Reef and Scots, then Via.
I'm surprised you remember
Oh.
that.
Oh, reverse.
Okay, we can go anti-clockwise.
Do you guys still remember that?
I know, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how I can remember that.
I watched the
Come
session
on.
again to take these screenshots.
Oh, I guess that's true, yeah. You had a much earlier refresher than we did.
Just to make sure we know our character. Who are you, and why did you join this party? Or at least the party to be. More accurately, you were here for a job. It wasn't exactly
Why
a
did
party
you
yet.
apply for this job?
My
It's an
name is
interview
Ilphriina
now.
Doana, and I came from Unahari in order to find my daughter. A druid. A drow. From an island far from
And why
typical
did you apply to
civilization.
be our? Were they applying to be our escort? I forgot.
They were applying for a mission before they became your
The
escort.
relic tower.
Oh,
How informative, QQ. Would you want to go next?
No, I'm quickly working. How I come from Ouren. I occasionally, whenever possible, take a few odd jobs here and there. Whenever I'm traversing through places as a traveling merchant, I usually come by multiple people, and I decided that at least for this time around, I would take this job from 12th Rising on my way to Lumeria.
that is
Yeah.
very assuring.
That's, well, full name, QQ Arcangel. And an
I love
artificer.
having a job.
An artificer, a worksman, an inventor, whatever you want to call his new line of work. Always helpful to have a gadgeteer around. Anyways, and next up, a larger figure. Or one of you guys.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, I can go first. I wanted a job because I was broke.
Who are you? What's your name?
You said.
Oh,
But I really
People-
know you're.
Only Stella said their name.
oh, my name is fuck. How do I say its name?
I've got your name.
Feormehām, Scots, Feormere. You can call him Scots. He was running away from the cops, and he needed a job.
Was that really
From
how you
Elemental
introduced
Cataclysm.
yourself in session one?
No, I didn't introduce myself this way. I'm jogging my memory.
I see.
And
Gotta find your virtue
wow.
name soon.
a normal reason to want to join a job. For money. To live.
I don't have a virtue name yet. Yet, allegedly.
Though some may have motivations steeped in darker paths. Or we will get to find out what his deal was a lot later. A more youthful and sprightly individual, however, accompanied him, meeting along the way. Who are you? Someone who we would only refer to by a certain name for a time. Hi, I'm Reef. I'm a sailor from Pearltide, and I'm just low-key helping Scots get a job, so I can use him later. A sailor. Adept at navigating vast distances, charting courses, and, well, overall being a more free spirit. Right. And, well, fitting energy for a future adventurer. All four of them answered the call of one Strixfield Haven, a wizard and scholar at the prestigious Syklos Academy, to join a quest to find a specific crystal in the relic tower, accompanied by, well, her both, well, assistant at the time and best friend. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Viavos Iz'opii. I want to thank you all for accompanying us on this quest of ours.
Mhm.
As you know, I'm a student from Syklos. I'm working on this project with Strixie. Strixie! Oh God, with Strixie. So it really means a lot for you guys to help us out.
A more timid assistant, but through this adventure, we would come to see her grow her wings in both metaphorical and literal sense. Also, I'm surprised you went with the actual going full RP route. I don't mind it.
Oh, do you not want me to? I could not to.
I mean, it's just a recap. Whatever you want to do, you can do it.
I'm gonna go into it so I can get my
All right.
groove back.
Well, during the mission itself, we also dispatched some goblins that gave a little cheeky ambush and freed an individual that we first knew as simply a paladin of the one grove named Kynes. A bit down on his luck, abandoned by the people he hired to protect himself. He met you guys and, well, gave you a little help in terms of vitality and vigor when they entered the tower. Where in that tower itself, you found the unstable crystal that, well, Trixie and Via needed for their project. Not expecting it to be filled, however, with crackling fire. An anomaly for sure, foreshadowing of the elemental disturbances to come in the world of Syklos, wherein this crystal would explode and burst into a raging and enlarged magma method, prompting our newly founded adventurers to take action and prove to themselves that, hey, they actually work as a pretty good team. The next day, however, wow, that's timed very well with the music. After completing this quest, Trixie and Via, however, needed to return to Lumeria to finish their research, hurrying the party as bodyguards for the ride home. Where were you going? Anyone can answer. Anyone
We
want
are
to answer?
heading to Lumeria. Yeah,
Correct.
right.
Okay, good.
Specifically to, well, get within the walls before the gates close, as the new king's, as the king's new announcement of his heir and succession of the throne would be a pretty big deal, but also as larger than that, for the event that would be known as the Summit of Nations, something that most people would normally see as the prosperous event, as after 500 years since the cataclysmic rupture literally burned the lands of Syklos, it was supposed to mark the start of an age of renewal. At least that's what you thought it would be. Along the way, however, once again down as luck, Kynes finds himself with a tiefling named Honesty, who was split from her partner, who's said to be kidnapped by goblins. Ever the daring heroes that they were, of course, the party came to accept this quest. Oh god, not the goblin camp, we are not taking 5 hours to recap it. Came to accept this quest, and found that Vanity, tiefling companion, had been kidnapped and held captive by a goblin warlock and zealot to an ominous being, indicated by a statue, who it would call the Gracious One. The statue itself depicted a black winged angel with tears streaming from its eyes, weeping and ominous, weeping and sorrowful. Reef would come to touch the statue and find that it emits necrotic energy towards anyone who doesn't align with itself. Used to be the longest session. I think it still is. I think it might be the second longest session, because the last session still didn't come over it. Anyways. But that's also when we learned that when Reef touched the statue, his eyes glowed. Or his hand glowed. Whichever one it was. But then, as the party continued their journey to Theon, during a night of rest, Via dreamt of the day her mother left, claiming that there was something she needed to do that couldn't involve Via. Already awake during this night of restless sleep, Ilphriina heard Via's distress and came to comfort her, revealing that she's searching for a missing daughter of her own. Who is this daughter? Anyone can answer, Stella or whoever. Breeze. A daughter who went out to venture, in order to help her mother, send help back to home, but never returned. Her daughters. Eventually, the party arrives at Lumeria's gates, meeting several people, business partners, friendly faces, and also enjoying the sights of the big capital city of Theon. Well, her government name is Anna. The party also explores a quiet corner of the city, populated by tiefling refugees and home of their traveling bard friends, meeting such figures as Vince, Memory, and learning of their troubled past with a former cult leader. Who was this? Does anybody remember that part?
Uh,
During this, we met Vince, Memory, and the other Tieflings, learning of their troubled past with a former cult leader. Who was this?
this Primrose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's Primrose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I was about
Yeah,
to.
I was waiting.
I forgot
she
was the
leader.
Say.
My mic
That's-
was muted.
I forgot Primrose was the leader.
And this is why we have the recap. Scott's not searching it.
My mic was muted.
Don't mute yourself.
I'm sorry.
That day, a new king would also be declared to preside over Fionn. Zacharias Deus Fionn. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you for his name. In a ceremony witnessed by the delegates of Eladovia and the Dreyfort Empire, the three large nations of Syklos, coming to witness a splendid day. Meanwhile, Strixie also takes the party to meet her father, Quill O'Haven, and receives their monetary reward for guiding her, though, despite that, he does not allow the party to stay at his place for reasons that he did not make clear but would become apparent a bit later, as within the space was also an elven man named
Sunder, I hate him.
Sunder. Named Sunder.
Get it off the screen.
Who also takes interest in Strixie's research into crystals, quizzing the party that what they search for is magic that once belonged to the elves. Taking a particular interest in that. With business there concluded, the party also explores the city for a place to stay and pay and also pays a visit to the Church of the Church of the 12 for clues into who the Gracious One could even be. Like I said, Chapter 1 had a lot of things that was just there all this time. Meeting friends and, well, fellow Drow and other people alike. I wonder who that could be. They also employ the service of a diviner, revealing many things about their futures, revealing that Ilphriina's lost daughter may have been in the city, but more ominous, that Via's mother may be in a place too dark to see in. Meanwhile, Q also pays a visit to a mercantile acquaintance in Iz'opii, receiving his order of mechanical parts for a construct he's working on. I forgot about this, and this is why we have the recap.
I just remember that he really likes to taste the
Yeah, he licks metal.
yeah.
Gnomes. And while finding no other place to stay, the party uses their connection with the newly revealed young prince of Eladovia, Kynes Moonriver, and manages to get in acquaintance with him so that they can share a room with him for the night. As they spend the night in the tavern, Hero's Feast, where other smaller delegates of the other nations come to witness the Summit of Nations, including one who would be known as Valen Baron, I think. Yeah, Valen Baron.
I still
Who,
hate this bitch.
yeah. Who has a past with Scots, I think. I say as if I don't know.
Why do you say it like that? He has a past with Scots. You make it seem like
Yes,
they're exes.
it's like they were.
It's a toxic past.
That's
It's my
even
aunt and
worse.
uncle. That's
I
my
hate
aunt
your
and uncle.
I hate your uncle.
And
Why?
uncle-in-law to be. As they
No.
they announced that. Yeah, he announced that he and Via's aunt Ren Iz'opii are getting married. Not yet,
Yep.
but maybe soon.
They're engaged.
Yeah, they're engaged.
Stop the wedding.
Stop the wedding.
Stop the wedding.
Stop the
I don't approve.
I don't. Wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
Is this gonna happen?
Enemies.
Like, is this gonna happen? Like, where we figure out that my uncle, well, soon to be uncle, is actually evil, and we're gonna storm and stop the wedding, and my aunt's gonna be husbandless now.
Yes.
This is gonna be
You
this
don't-
happen.
We don't
This
know.
is some
yet.
weird yaoi plot. Like, Scots is getting
Stop the
everyone.
wedding! Marry me. No, we're not glorifying an abuser.
No, we're not.
Anyways, during that night, however, somebody has a dream. Who is this?
Brody.
Other than that,
No. It's,
technically, that's a correct answer. But what other answer? It is correct. My mom. Well, we would not know that yet, but you do
Dean
know.
Ouren. Oh, it
Ouren.
was Dean, right?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyla Ouren, a close friend of Bree Mercuria, talks to Via in her dream, a divination wizard capable of seeing the future. However, what Via would not come to know yet that this was not a premonition from Skylar herself, but one of her own mother's memories passing down onto her. I wonder why that is. But, well, we can't figure that out yet, as immediately the tavern starts burning. As we meet, well, an acolyte of the splinter group of the One Grove called... What are they called?
The Ashen Grove.
Correct. The Ashen Grove. As cornered on a bridge while the party was trying to go and see if Strixie is safe, a divine being comes down from the sky and provides the party with aid in the form of leveling up to level 3 in order to strengthen themselves for the battle to come. We would not come to know who this angel was yet, but their aid proved useful, as the party would, well, come to have the strength they needed to face the Ashen Grove. It's Mitchell. However, well, things seem to turn dire. The outer markets of Lumeria were burning. This came with the dilemma. While Strixie's safety is also not guaranteed, the new friends they made may also be in peril, and as in that search for their new friends, we found somebody else who looked suspiciously like Ilphriina's daughter, coming to aid the destruction. However, as we proceeded there after she escaped, Strixie's life was then revealed to be in true danger, surrounded in a fire circle by Sunder, the leader of the Ashen Grove, who threatens to take her instead for not giving up her knowledge of her work. But, of course, the party would take action. Despite that, though, the party realizes that they were no match for someone empowered, a staff glowing with a pendant of a primordial fire energy that they could not match. Something was empowering Sunder, but they did not know that yet, and soon they would have met their certain doom, if not for a little divine intervention, where Mikael introduces herself in the form of taking control of Via's body for a moment and fighting off Sunder. Still not a match, however, being able to push him back so that the party may come to live another day, Sunder announcing the Gracious One will return. just to break the habit already. There. And that's where
I will
chapter
counter
1
number 2.
and that's where chapter 1 would end. As chapter 2 starts with the immediate morning after, Strixie says that there is much that's needed to do. The Summit of Nations turned out to be unsuccessful. The other nations could not agree with the new prince, having just lost his father who was supposed to preside over the negotiations of Fion. The borders would close, the nations would split, and the peace that would mark the Age of Renewal has not yet come. Strixie, however, has personal request. Strixie, however, would have a personal request to have the party venture towards her hometown to give the news of her lost father to her mother back in the village. But before they would do that, however, they still needed to record and archive what's left of their research in Syklos Academy, where we would meet Mistral, Sphinx of Syklos. Yeah, the Sphinx of Syklos, and where we would come to research about what else this looming threat could be. Looking into the various planes, we have, well, they concluded that the Gracious One must be a being of one of the lower planes, considering the ominous nature of her appearances, and that, well, whoever is aiding her must have power drawing from one of those. Perhaps angelic, perhaps demonic. At this point, we could not pin down yet. However, as the party exits the library, Via sees a familiar face, who would come to greet her, but her voice is stopped by a wind spirit that came along and hitchhiked in Scots' bag of holding, leading to a quick but still deadly fight should mistakes have been made. But that's where we would talk with her in a divination sphere, where she would hand Via an important item that once belonged to her mother. What was this item? Do you remember? That would serve as a key.
Was it the pendant?
Yep,
Oh, it was, yeah.
a pendant in the shape of one of the upper planes, Celestia specifically. As walking near it, Via alone would not be enough to unlock, well, the lock and use the key that was her pendant. However, a peculiar insight was gained when Reef joining her was enough to give the pendant enough power to unlock the divination sphere. I wonder why that is. Where, up above, the party would come to talk with the Deva, Mikael herself, who would give them a reason to venture forth and continue together. Via's mother is trapped, held in a place dark and unseen. Apart from that, evil looms over Syklos, apostles, elemental cataclysms, and nefarious forces move in the world unseen. Perhaps these are related. Mikael tasked the party to go forth, chase down their first lead, a former leader of this cult, in the One Grove, for answers as to who may be keeping Via's mother and who may be benefiting from all these attacks, these elemental disasters, this threatening of the peace of the world for the ARISEN. With permission gained from her father, Via decides to search for her mother, not staying in the academy with Strixie, who, well, Strixie will stay behind, finish their research, continue their work. And that is how the party of 5 forms. OMG Bob. In Saint Spring, Strixie's home village, the party is tasked to meet her mother. However, they also meet Bob. However, they also meet Zaf, a friendly druid, being interrogated by our fellow adventuring party, clearing this misunderstanding that the druid who called winds during the night of Fion's attack was not either this druid nor the druid in the party. They managed to negotiate the terms. The mayor of Saint Spring gives the party a task: help Zaf, a druid of their grove, who has not been able to keep the balance of their grove ever since the night of the attack, the spirits have been disturbed, angering, similar to the spirits at the Relic Tower during the party's first adventure. And to help with this, balance must be restored. Party talks with Erin O'Haven, Strixie's mother, and ventures with Zaf, Strixie's childhood friend, in order to restore the balance in the grove, as, well, they would come to fight Mephits, little goblinoid type elemental creatures who would be more mischievous and attack without remorse. After clearing the grove and purifying the crystal and the spring that gave Saint Spring its name, the party would come to learn about the elementals, how the Rupture destroyed the world 500 years ago as a result of angering the fire spirits, more prone to destruction than their fellows. Noting that, should the spirits have been angered enough, these will summon larger forms of them, elemental cataclysms that can burn, rupture, flood, and whirl the world into something that could no longer exist peacefully. Zaf warns that, should another rupture happen, the world is not ready to take on that level of destruction once again. And should they want more help with entering the One Grove, they gave the party a little secret as to how to find it, hidden away in the southwest corner of Theon. And before that, the party would come to be official, calling themselves... What's your name?
Holy Aura Farmers.
Farmers.
My God.
Farmers. Farmers.
And that the party names themselves. Venturing forth into the One Grove, they would meet a druid wild-shaped into an owlbear, who leads them through the forest, proving that they have Zaf's permission to enter. They find themselves meeting, well, who was then known as Primrose, a former leader, a former apostle for the Gracious One, who would answer their questions should they defeat her in combat.
If evil, why hot?
If evil, why hot? How the hell did she do that, by the way? As in the remains of a burnt forest, burned by another former member of the One Grove, Sunder, who she had taught how to get in contact with the Gracious One. She, for the help of a Scots, expunges her regrets, saying all the mistakes she's made, and that should the Gracious One be returning, she would come for Primrose, asking the party to end her so that her body is not put under control of her. I got double hers, so that her body is not put under control of the malicious entity. The party instead finds a different way to release her from the control of the Gracious One. A miraculous power coming from Via's pendant. Angelic light seems to clear the power of the Gracious One over Primrose, removing her connection to her patron. She has been cleared, and she has been freed from that hold, from that strangle, has been keeping her stuck here and unwilling to move on. However, this disturbance of, contracts also alerted the one who would give her that power. Meeting, less of a meeting and more seeing. Well, at least only Ilphriina was able to see. A dark figure, multiple corrupted angelic wings, an aura of darkness washing over the party, and a screech of agony and pain. The Gracious One would come to note and remember the party's faces, hearing and repeating simply Via's name and pointing towards the party, reaching for them in a sinister act or a desperate act. we would not yet know. It was then that the revelation was brought forth toward the Council of Elder Druids of the One Grove. The plot has been made clear. The Gracious One has gathered apostles, the four elements, as well as light and dark, to go into the world and cause chaos, disturbances that would both rupture the nations so that they could not work together, as well as disturb the spirits, enraging the primordial elements of Syklos itself. With chaos ensued, the spirits would come to take action and release a new rupture onto the world, which, through methods that we would not yet know, would make the Gracious One return, whatever that would mean. Deciding on how they would proceed into their adventure, the party also takes a break, a rest, in a sanctuary of elementals, a sign of what the world could be should, well, the apostles not be tampering with the peace of the world. Loyalty, a loyal aide of Primrose, would come to talk with the party, asking how the hell they were able to free Primrose when she had tried for years. Eventually coming to an amicable resolution, swearing that, yeah, she will help the party. But, well, that moment of peace was short-lived, as the Ashen Grove would come to attack the One Grove, seeking to destroy one of the last bastions of peace between the elementals and mortals of Syklos, releasing an attack headed by Sunder, who would come to reveal himself as not only a former member of the One Grove, but the older brother of Kynes, therefore an heir of Eladovia, the first prince. However, before the party could face him, as weak as they may were, White Man did it in a few days! However, before the party could take action, even if they would not know if they were a match for him yet, he would come to be pulled onto a ship marked by flags of a pirate, and cloaked in wind by another familiar face, where they would also meet a Windcaller and the Apostle of Shadow, who would come to bring forth dark memories within the party, including those buried beneath. Who was this?
Gabriel.
My mom.
Gabrielle, who we did not know yet as Via's mom, revealing to Reef in his dream, or at least in his memory, that he was supposed to die on a ship, sickly and bruised. She gave divine essence so that he may live one day and revive as an Aasimar beneath the waves, losing his memory but surviving, as she would be taken and, well, held somewhere we do not yet know. The party, now knowing their motivations, sets a course. Kynes announces that he would be taking Promise and Loyalty, Promise newly named after Primrose, and so that he may, well, go back to his family in Eladovia and protect the royal family from a brewing chaos. The Lord's Alliance would come to be organizing themselves to overthrow the Queen of Eladovia, while the rest of the party, half of them being from the Gold Coast, resolve themselves to follow their next lead, the pirate ship of Black Flags, Wavebreakers, the reason that Reef was kicked out of his home and a threat to Ouren and the whole coast. Should they join the campaign to fight against the apostles, they fight for their home. Again, I already mentioned this. This is where... actually, no. Stealing themselves, the party says goodbye to their companions, as Promise no longer has the powers of a warlock. She trains with Loyalty and finds that instead of her, well, unholy abilities, they are instead replaced with a divine spiritual weapon, right after being cleared of her power. But, well, after that, the party officially splits and sets sail for the Cyclone Sea, where, well, they would come to sail and towards the goal of Pearltide. They would, however, be attacked by a second-in-command or right-hand to Dredge, the Pirate King. A half-orc named Coral would come to fight Reef, and will try to sink their ship. But a storm, a large one, brewed in front of the two ships, suddenly and quite violently, causing the two ships to split and form a truce. However, Holy Aura, trying to, well, navigate the storm, would come to see themselves, well, crash and sink within it. However, they would live, as in her dreams, Ilphriina would come to meet with the Apostle of Shadow, seeing her take away her daughter, and, well, smiling under her veil into a face familiar to her for some reason. Further into that dream, she recalls a memory, once talking to one of the would-become champions of the realm, saying that the burden of the past is not something to carry alone, for it is too heavy. She asks Ilphriina, Ferocia asks Ilphriina to live for the future that she will fight for. And one day, they may be able to meet again, should circumstances be better than next time. They find themselves on an island that at first seems unfamiliar, with the cries of a large being under the water that they could not identify. They venture to try and find civilization after the ship has crashed, finding themselves meeting some familiar faces to Ilphriina, a local ranger in Renona, and a child who claims to be hearing the voices of the island itself. They find themselves in Unahari village, Ilphriina and Breeze's hometown. Trying to identify then how they would get out of the island, they meet with a fisherman who says that the island is surrounded by a magical storm that lets none enter and pass without getting, well, struck by lightning or toppled by the waves. His only hint is that whatever is happening to island may be under the waves. And also, party discovers that he is Coral's father. The party investigates the island, chasing several leads, one of them being under the ship, giant claw marks, impossibly large, having dragged their ship under the water. Meanwhile, Ilphriina gets to meet with her nephew, the village head, Samon, gathering the villagers for a local feast that is said to bring happiness to the spirits, however misguided his interpretations may be, as it is part of a legend that has been passed down in the island, that happy spirits mean a happy island. Further chasing into this legend, however, the party ventures forth, as Ilphriina remembers that this same legend also has mention of a magical storm, where one person she knows best would have knowledge of local legends and fables. Charlie Brooke, telling the fable of Unahari Island, where there was once a wise king who said that peace can only be attained when the spirits live in harmony with those who with those who treat the balance of the world as sacred, not to be disturbed nor exploited. And that is where they would come to dive below the water. Fighting some Kuatoa, the party dives under the water with help from Shore's water-breathing potions. The party dives down, sees sunken ships and dark statues, ominous portent. In the Kuatoa lair, where another statue of the Gracious One has revealed itself. They strike a deal, employing deception, false words, and a bit of trickery in order to get past the statue to where the roars come from, fighting what would be sea hags and other dark creatures that come to disturb the local spirit of the island. And an easy question, revealing himself from under the water and as thus not only the guardian deity of the island itself, but is the island itself. Who is this guy?
It's Unahari.
Unahari, the first king himself, and, well, a dragon turtle. An ancient dragon turtle, who is not size accurate in this image at all because I could not do that without crashing the map. And reveals that there are indeed 3 angels. You have known Mikael, and you have met Gabriel through memory. But he points out, as one of the oldest beings in Syklos, that the party also carries with them the image of a 3rd angel, Lucille, which the party identifies to something that he could tell based on the scythe that Scots carried. And he also immediately fell back asleep. That is correct. Now having their ship fixed by Unahari, the party also realizes that they may sail to Pearltide. But considering that the last time they tried to sail the sea, they were attacked by the wavebreakers that they were supposed to be the ones making the offensive on, they instead decide to take a detour towards the city of artificers, investment, and ingenuity, Ouren. Taking a route through the Copper District, the party meets with an info broker named Sunny, and a knight of Feon named Thessa, who we would come to know as Skyla's sister, younger sister, Thessa Ouren. Wandering around, the party just explores the Copper District for a bit, finding themselves at St. Orm's orphanage, where a certain someone has strange and unknown nostalgic feelings over. Also, shout out to cameos. Shout out to cameos. But we would not come to know that, as the party would come to join Thessa and a young boy from the Copper District named Ezekiel, in the fact that the current lightning trail, the rail line that's supposed to go up and down the mountain, being closed due to a case of stolen cargo, which is being blamed on Ezekiel, and the party decides to help Thessa in her nightly investigation. Through this, they find themselves at a warehouse and find the alleged thief, carrying supplies out of the cargo and stealing them for the wavebreakers. Who was this?
That's you're not muted this time.
It's God's sister. Wait, her name. Kunian.
Oh my god.
Kunian Medangiard, or however you pronounce that name.
I'm sorry for my naming skills. I wanted to be different.
He's revealed to be working with the Waybreakers, calling down wind spirits to retrieve the cargo. The party does not yet know why she helps, but she declares to the party as she's being arrested by Thessa, lawfully, that they are helping the wrong people by helping the Lightning Trail. She has a virtue name. Along the way back, Reef finds himself explicably drawn to a certain abandoned house, where a fortune teller once lived. Azure Sky was her name, but Reef doesn't fully recall why. He recalls himself being young in this space, and knowing the secret lock to a ring that would be one of the house's most valuable things should trouble ever happen and he needed the money. But for now, that's something that that would be resolved much later. They hop on the Lightning Trail to ride up the mountain, where they would be caught in a little case where the trail stops as employees and passengers went missing in the train. As tasked by the conductor to investigate this, the party finds that the chests that they recovered from the warehouses were actually mimics marked with the crest of the Drow matrons of the Underdark that turned into mimics when certain Ezekiel found himself snooping and nearly eaten by one of the mimics. The Drow were involved. I wonder why that is. But then, oh god, the X mark of YouTube is visible. But then the party finds themselves Scots emphasis on tried. Emphasis on tried. As the party makes their way to the election district, Kiku finds himself in his home, bringing the party over to rest for the night. Instead, Reef finds that somebody recognizes him. Who is this? There's a whole channel, right? Two channels below is named after this character. Come on, you can do this.
Gee, I wonder.
Taylor.
Gee, I wonder, Reef.
It's your son.
Well, their
Gee,
name
I
is
wonder,
right there.
Reef. It's Taylor. Last name Crafting.
Taylor. An adoptive child under Kiki's employ
son.
seems to recognize Reef as a friend from St. Orum's orphanage, and seems to recall a past that they shared with Reef, as only known as Cass back then. But, well, coming to the workshop, however, is a visit from the operator of Lightning Industries and, well, CEO of the company behind the revolutionary train that goes up in back in Reef had Zero Ore, that goes up and down the mountain. Who is she?
Galinda. It's Galinda. Galena. There we go.
Galena, or otherwise known as Miss Lightning, Everspark, CEO of Lightning Industries, would come to offer a once-in-a-lifetime scholarship, or internship, not scholarship. Get yourself out of university, get yourself out of university, get yourself out of university. To Taylor and, well, Kiki's workshop, seeing that, she saw their potential she saw their potential and wanted to thank them for helping with what possibly could have been a bad case for Lightning Industries in the train. And, well, the party, QQ graciously accepts once in a lifetime internship opportunity. Think of the connections.
Think of the CV.
Party. For that CV. Meanwhile, the party also comes to Skyla Ouren, who previously said to Via and Reef that she had something to tell them in person about, well, the things that they asked her to investigate during their time at Syklos Academy. Revealing, okay, there were two things she revealed as a trick water. What did she reveal? They're siblings, in a way. Wait, let me drink some water. One of them, that she was Reef's adoptive mom, yes. Skyla Ouren reveals that Reef is actually Castiel Ouren, who was dying to sickness back then. Despite all her best efforts to give him a proper life in Ouren, she could not save him. She entrusted him instead to a certain Bree Mercuria, who had a miraculous healing power. But even that was not enough, as Bree said that she needed to send him to, well, her home, so that she may be so that Reef may be fully healed. But we know
she was entrusted to Gabriel, no?
Well, Bree is Gabriel.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Skyla entrusted Reef to Bree, so that he may be fully healed by her in a place where Syklos magic would not reveal. In a place where Syklos magic detection would not reveal Gabrielle's true nature. Finding out that on that day, both Reef and Gabrielle were lost at sea. but now one of them has returned. That and the fact that yes, the two Aasimar are technically in some way related, not in a conventional means, but their mothers were indeed close. And well, but after that though, sweet moments could only last for one night, as the party then finds themselves under escort by, well, Steelwind Strike, as Taylor was currently being held hostage.
It wasn't
What?
even one night.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Shiena
so
wasn't
cool.
here for this.
I was like,
And
what? I don't remember.
For purposes of recapping the Shiena, what happened on this night, or why were you here on this night, more accurately?
Upon returning back from Scott. No. Why do I immediately forget the name? Like immediately after returning back to his place, the place was locked. As far as I remember, earlier in the day, Taylor went out for the internship thing, and there was a note saying that, hey, you know where to go to this time, this place. Lighting Industries.
And I think it was, yeah, something like that. As a certain Galena was apparently interested in your group's Aasimar. As apart from that, the party also snooped around a bit and found a construct bound to, well, a spirit bound to a construct body in Siri, who, well, was one of Sunny's friends back when he was a bit younger and told the party to search for her side quest, but still, the party then found themselves facing Galena Everspark, who was assisted by the Apostle of Shadow, claiming that she would gladly return Taylor if the party would give her and her client, Reef. The party, well, clearly did not like that, and instead chose to fight, eventually revealing that Galena had her memories altered to a scenario where she accepted the deal with the Apostle of Shadow. And, well, actually, I think that was a bit after. But whatever happens is, as you cleared this magic through Ilphriina's Dispel magic, you find a memory of the small apparition of the shadow magic entering the party's minds. Lucille, a flash forward to a probable encounter, more likely, and the rest of the party dead beneath her feet, as the Apostle of Shadow summons her master. Starting chapter 4, though, the party finds themselves under interrogation for what they were doing that night, as well, a night where the CEO of a very big industry in Ouren was not a minor night in the great city. However, the party isn't immediately cleared of their name when a certain Aasimar-like figure, only known as the Madam, would come to their rescue and clear Scots of nearly being arrested for being wanted in other countries through the influence of Syklos Academy. The party also looks into Galena and her motivations, revealing that the Lightning Trail was the mining for the Lightning Trail was also designed to recover ancient artifacts that once belonged to the Drow, and that were being delivered to the Apostle of Shadow, specifically the metal Electrum, and its properties of being able to contain or at least repel elemental spirits, binding them and be used in other profane rituals. However, she says that it was just business, and that she does not truly regret what she did that night, for her mind was on one thing and one thing alone. Kikyu sees that, to live a life of to live a life on the ladder that is Orem's hierarchy may lead one to, well, other destinations that aren't so pleasant in life. For that, SMH, capitalism. For that, EQ meets with Taylor one night, deciding that staying in Orem may not be the safest thing. Technically, he was already home at this time. Little reason to continue on the adventure until the threat had come to his own home. QQ makes a deal with Taylor that they may stay in Syklos Academy under the protection of the Madam, and he continues his journey with Holy Aura, so that until this threat is finally resolved, then they can live their lives in peace. We love capitalism. There in Syklos Academy, the party heads up to have another chat with Mikael, having found out many things that she was hiding from the party, or maybe not hiding, but at least keeping from the party, including the fact that Via's mother, who she tasked them with searching for, was actually her sister all along. The party had many questions, but after Via's pendant had lost its power from cleansing promise of her connection to Luciel already, the party needed the help of another celestial in order to unlock the divination sphere. But the party had not yet fully earned the trust of the Madam, and so needed to prove themselves. The Madam, revealing herself to be Mistral herself, the headmistress of Syklos Academy, testing the party to truly prove if they had strength within them to carry on and fight not only the apostles, but the apostle of Shadow and the Gracious One. The party proved themselves, and gets her pass to see Mikael, who is revealed to have been binded by the laws of Mount Celestia for her previous divine intervention, saving the lives of 5 individuals. BRB shitting. Saving the lives of 5 individuals and rewriting the courses of what would have been a destined fate for them. Revealing that she could not reveal stuff that is above her ranks by confessing that yes, she did hide many things from her party, but she begs the party that should not stop them from their mission at hand, for this is something that only mortals can intervene with. As the laws binding her to the realm above prevents her from directly intervening with even the Gracious One who had already broken the laws. Memories of who the 3 angels were back then also are revealed in the scrolls written by Gabrielle, a scribe, just like her daughter, wrote down various passages that they exchanged with the 3 and how they were like during their time together up above Celestia before they had all split. Steeling themselves to finally go to Pearltide, the party meets with a friend of QQ's and goes through the valley, where they also recover some shit counter, and also recover some relics, including a mace made of electrum that was laid down on the path, alongside some dwarven armor and angry earth spirit that threw boulders from the mountains.
Wait, was it Electrum or was it Mithril?
Mithril. Yeah, Mithril. Yeah. And at the gate of Pearltide, the party would come to be assisted by a certain representative of the moon of the champion. What was it called again? I forgot. Tail spinners or something. Yeah. A bard who chronicles the tales of not only past champions, but journeys the world to search for future ones. Who was this?
Oh, it's no.
Hope.
Yes, that's Hope.
It's there in the title.
It says in the title. Well, the title is also a reference to an Irish song, but yes. But yes, a bard of the champions, and apparently a bard of the moon of of the Moon Circle of Druids, the sister grove of the One Grove. Banger song, by the way. Mm-hmm. She says that she was sent here by the Sehanin, if anyone remembers what that was, as she tasked her to watch over Pearltide and help with the disturbance of the water spirits within. The party also meets with, well, I said this before, but who are these? The organization, not Rustin himself. A friendly group of monks who have been, well, helping fight off the Wavebreakers in Pearltide. Sailors, similar to the one you already have in your party. Tidebringers. Thank you, Stella. Helping the Tidebringers with their plans to retake the city. The party finds the place flooded, but through planning with Raw and, well, Shore, who was also here, sent after splitting off when the party went to Ouren. I had it in my notes. Thank you. The party finds that a singular large water elemental had been causing the tides to rise and flooding the city every night, so that the Tidebringers can't regroup and, well, and that it sinks their ships should they come near. If they can get rid of that, they have a chance of sailing to Dredge in time. And that is what they do. With the help of Hope, the Tidebringers, and the party quickly dispatches of the enraged water elemental. The Hope, in her pockets, throwing a crystal given to her by the Sehanin, containing the water spirit within, finding a purpose to a gift that her mentor had given her. And well, having received a message from the Sehanin, she gives Via the other three and says that you will know when to use these. As perhaps a test and a sign that the moon spirit is watching over the party. Whatever that means for the Eldolia arc. Pokemon. The morning after, the party realizes that they need to organize and move quickly to to assemble the fight against Dredge. The Scots, praying to Tamlin as he had now multi-classed the fighter, and the party realizes that they needed to split to move quickly. One party would move to Elodovia and to Stoutborough to gather the rest of the Tidebringers, so that you have allies in the fight against the ships of the Wavebreakers, while one party infiltrates a coral ship so that you may find the plans and location of Dredge's vessel, so that you may come face to face with him. In the Elodovia side, the party runs into, well, a problem with crossing the border, as Scots would normally be caught. So they found a different way, instead bargaining with the Fae and playing their game so that they may cross the wide river that would let them cross into Elodovia. Over on the other side, in Pearltide, Reef and Ilphriina, along with the orcs of the party, infiltrate the ship, working together with a certain Jason freed from their captivity, disguising themselves as captives so that they may hop aboard. In the border to Stoutborough, the Elodovia party, Reef, Via, PQ, and Scots try to pass the border, while in the Pearltide party, Captain Shaw faces the Wavebreakers alone, buying the party time to negotiate with Coral. In the basement of Stoutborough, though, Via and the other two find the history of Visard, Via's father, locked away in the basement. After Visard gave her a key that said she will know where to use, the party equips themselves, gears up, and takes relics of the past that once belonged to Visard when he was once a knight of Elodovia. However, they would find themselves ambushed by changeling assassins, or changeling assassins that aimed to take Via's pendant away. However, well, the party was able to fight them off, while on the other side, this was a hard point to recap because there were literally two things happening at the same time. Let's never split the party again. while while on the side with Coral, the party was able to negotiate with her to back off from helping Dredge, appealing to her sense of connection with her father, who may have been distant but still cares about her. While finally, the Eladovia party gathers the strength of the Tidebringers through rallying a particular member named River and assembling a crew so that they may fight against Dredge. Where we finally reach the last session on the World of Syklos, the Apostle Waves. God. let me take a bit of a breath. The party sails through the sea as Dredge's ship is revealed to be under the water and needed to be summoned. As they sailed, of course, they were attacked by wavebreaker ships, threatening to sink them. While aboard two ships of their own, weaker but they had numbers, the party faces off and sinks one of the wavebreaker ships. More would come to attack them, but thankfully they had the help of the Tidebringers with them, so that they may pass through safely, where they would beat Dredge on his vessel. Dredge claims that he truly doesn't care about working together with the Apostle of Shadow, and that he only accepted her gift, the blue gemstone embedded in his chest, so that he may overtake the coast and overtake the other nations, as his dream is a world in the truest sense of anarchy. The strong take from the weak, you take what you want, there is no civilization to govern you. Only strength and the power to take, with the rewards being given to those who would deserve it. Reef commits a bit of trickery and says that he accepts his bargain, but instead punches him straight in the chest, or straight in the face, wherever it was. As the fight was quick, as Dredge would come to slash with scimitars, waves, and pistol shots, or musket shots, actually. Actually, no, I think it was pistol. Semantics. And even deployed tactics such as using his water bending to sink the ship so that the party would have a hard time. However, eventually, through heroics, the final hit being Reef shooting himself like a missile into Dredge, cracking the gem in his chest. However, Dredge proclaims that even if this is the end for him, he would take all of them with him, as emerging from the crystal and wrapping around Dredge's body was instead an elemental cataclysm, the exact thing that Zaf warned the party about that brought destruction to the world 500 years ago, would threaten to sink the entire party, should they not have had their allies with them. Swirling and cycling in the typhoon, the party would use many tactics to try and escape both the raging tides and try to also take down the large spirit, having the help of a bronze dragon, a Mistral herself who brought the Academy Sphinxes with her to help, and Coral who would try to ram her ship into Cataclysm, eventually bringing it down. The party would reprimand her for this reckless action, and appeal to her to continue to live, while she could not deal with living with the fact that she helped Dredge and caused a lot of deaths herself. She would resolve herself to continue and answer for her crimes in, well, the rightful way. Emerging from the water, however, from the cracked crystal, is another apparition of the Gracious One, who would reveal to the party another memory that she wishes to impart. Somehow not sinister, as if there is an echo of a lingering memory in the Gracious One, who still can speak and appeal to those who knew what she previously was. a memory of the past champions, Lucille, Mikhael, helping take down the other cataclysms that caused the rupture, and what it was like during the war 500 years ago, revealing that the true culprit behind all this may be closer than we might think. As shushing the party, the warlock who made a deal with Lucille to bind her as her patron. And that is World of Syklos, Chapters 1 to Chapter 4, where now we will join ourselves in Chapter 5. Shout out to Azii for this. It was just a simple edit, but
It was workshop.
it was workshop. It was a bit rushed, but for us at least. But hey, we have Chapter 5 now. And with that being said, the party finds themselves in their bastion, where Honesty says, "Okay, and I think I got all the details down. Was there any inaccuracies, or did we?" Honesty asked the party. What about the Daggerheart, Ilvia? We'll get to that.
Oh god, we had that.
Honesty asked the party, and alright, I think I got all the details down based on what you've all said. That was not for the ARISEN. But anyways, yeah.
Damn, our house is nice.
Honesty asked you guys, so when's the prequel?
Is this really how our house was made to look like?
I mean, you guys can describe it. You guys can decide on it later. Nobody has given me an explicit design yet, so I just went with a basic background that
I see, okay.
found.
Well, now this is our design.
It's chill though.
It is chill though.
Damn
We're finally living comfortably.
Let's go.
So
we rich! Right? We rich?
So yeah, we're back to In Universe, where Honesty asks, "Okay, I think I got all the details right. Is that how it all goes?" Yeah.
Yes. I think you remember a lot better than I remember, despite I was the one that's on the journey.
Well, that is the life of a bard. We aren't just singers and performers, you know. You can RP now.
Is
Hold
anyone
on,
else gonna speak?
we're rusty at this, okay? We're rusty.
It's been too long.
It's been what? 2 months.
It's been about 2 months, yeah.
It's been some time, canonically. I am not giving a number, because once you
Yeah, I
give
was
a
about to
number...
say, is that canonical as well?
Canonically, the time skip is, it's been some time. I am not giving a number, because once you give stuff numbers, the story breaks apart.
Okay, but like we're all healed up, right? We are
Yes.
not. Yeah, we're good. We're rested.
It has been some time. Don't ask me how much time. It has been some time. Enough to matter. Enough to have this place built.
Oh yeah, I guess it would take time for this
Not
to be
years.
built, right?
Not years.
More like a couple of months for like to be built, interior and everything.
Well, it hasn't been fully built yet.
Oh, it's still
It has
it's still under. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm still in construction.
Mhm.
Who built this? Like us?
Clo-
like us
Closer
with
to-
our
closer
bare
to
hands?
Aemon. Well, I guess I will have Strixie say. Gotta say, the mayor and the rest of Pearltide really did a pretty good job at giving you guys this new stuff. What a reward.
Yeah, I am very surprised. This place is really nice and cozy.
Also, Strixie's here now.
Yes, she is. She's checking out the house. The home. The what's it called? Homecoming? No, that's not what it's called. Open house. No.
Housewarming?
What's it called? Housewarming. Thank you.
Housewarming.
Yes, I could not remember what was the term. Yes, housewarming.
Well, I'm gonna continue working on it then. The story is... what to call it, though? I'll give it some time. For now, I'll let you guys walk around a bit. There's probably a lot of people you want to talk to. It's still being built and all. Like, Honesty looks around, but you got a pretty good place going on. I think it'd be best you enjoy it. Don't mind me. Don't mind about paying me back. You all have given me plenty of material to work with for the journeys to come. And well,
of course.
and well, actually, Strixie says, if you don't mind, Bia, there is something that I want to talk about. I think it's best if I go meet your father first. We'll be in the library if you need us.
Okay.
Okay.
And now is when I actually say to the party, hey, you can go
Oh,
anywhere here.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait, is my dad also here or no?
Yep.
Oh, he is.
You,
Holy
you
shit.
have your bastion, and the rest of the session, well,
What's
go
that?
ahead.
Wait, what's the room to the left or yeah left? What is that?
Oh,
Is that
the elephant.
who's
The elephant.
What?
You know the elephant.
I'm also
the
here.
elephant.
What?
The elephant.
What elephant?
You know the one in the room.
What? I'm so confused. My brain is not working.
The elephant in the room.
I don't get it.
You can stay here and chat with honesty or with yourselves, or literally just explore.
Alright, who calls dibs first? Okay, roll initiative.
The bronze dragon is in like is that QQ's dragon or is that like the bronze dragon is in like
I don't think I built that big of a dragon.
I was like, is it,
CC's right there.
where?
Bottom left. There we go.
Oh, wait, is that the oh god, what was that city name?
Ouren.
Aurum? Thank you.
Yeah.
Was that the dragon from Aurum, the guardian? Was that what
Yeah,
the
most likely.
bronze-
We
okay.
didn't get an answer
Okay.
last session, don't worry.
he just kind of joined the fight.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Well, Reef wants to immediately head left.
Wait, I forgot the names of these rooms.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
what is which is what?
Well, it's not every single room, but just to give a basic courtyard, living room stuff type, multiple things
Okay.
can be in the same map because there aren't any maps yet we're using. There's like armory and barracks over here. There's library over here. We have the Arcane Study over here. We have the sanctuary over here. We have the courtyard over here. Other things are included. They're just going to use the same map as
Oh.
something else.
Is that all we had? I thought we had more.
There's a lot more.
Oh.
I'm just saying that some things are
There's
just going to use some things are just going to use the same map because I'm not making like 20 maps.
I see. Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to do
Reef sees the big bronze dragon in the window, and I'm just gonna go there.
I mean, like, it's pretty obvious where I should go.
The dragon?
No. Upper right.
What? Oh.
If multiple people want to go different places, that's also fine. We're just gonna go one by one.
Alright, let's delegate.
I have no idea what to do.
I mean, Strixie literally just invited you.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. I completely that's already left my brain. Yeah, I guess
I
I'll
have
do
no idea what to do.
Welcome back, Shiena. We're glad to have you again.
Oh my god. I should not be playing.
I'm going to the bottom.
I'll go to the library.
We'll go to the library. Okay, Scots.
Yeah. I'm indecisive right now.
That was me until I forgot that Tracy invited me to the library.
Tracy, call
Go
you.
with someone else. You can,
Hey,
multiple
well,
people can go to the same place if you want.
Yeah, you could join Reef if you want.
Yeah, I'm planning to join Reef. I want to see Pop.
All right. Who wants to go first? You guys decide. Whoever wants to go first.
Initiative.
Roll initiative. I think I actually can do that. I'm gonna ignore my 3 relationships for this down.
Yeah,
What?
let's just ignore the Sure, why not?
We waited 2 months to find out who the fuck this dragon even is.
You know. Is your mom in here? Yeah, your mom is
Yes.
Yeah, it's up in the.
Wow, he'd rather not see
Arcana.
his mom. Just look
Yeah,
at the dragon.
there's Skylo over here, there's Shore over here, there's Shaw and Rustin over here, there's
Wow, this is basically just Reef's home.
I mean, yeah, he lives in Pearltide, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And you
but
guys
still
fought for
Pearltide, yeah.
Pearltide, so it very much is a lot of people Reef knows, yes.
That is very true.
Okay, are you actually rolling this show? Who's going?
Do you
I
want to
think
roll
we
on the show?
should,
Or
You know, the first nat one of the entire month.
Yeah, oh my god, the crit counter. It's been so long.
watch Avery still hates me.
Okay, 50. Yeah, Avery hates you in the way that it's not that important for.
There's a nat one! Oh my god,
It's not
welcome
that
back to the
important
crit
for the roll.
counter.
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys still remember how to forward to the crit counter?
Jesus.
Yes.
Well, we are so back.
Where's the crit counter?
Wait,
Am I
I
stupid?
think it does close. It's in quick notes. I think
Oh,
It
it's
closed
I
after
see, I
like
see.
2 weeks.
yeah.
Oh, I
let
see.
me open it. Let me open it again.
There we go.
I see it. Okay.
Should also like
Okay.
bring back the inspiration.
Yep. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
quick notes.
There we go.
I forgot we had this too.
Mhm.
Well, we have so many things, huh? Wait,
Yeah,
hold on. Let me check what else we have.
I like being organized.
Mm-hmm.
Reef got a 6. I mean, at the very least, since they had 2 of them, they go on Scott.
Wait, Ilphriina also had a nat one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
dang.
And Tia
We're
got
doing great.
a 12.
I'm doing okay. It's not bad. I like better.
Anyways, since we're doing it like that, you
I guess I'm going first. So
you find yourself in an armory, and because this is your guys' bastion, what's your armory like?
I guess I would like to say it's a bit smaller than the one in Orem, since it's still being built, but it has at the very least at the time some of the basic requirements for an armory, general weapons and all that, and some shield. Some of them were donated from around Pearltide and all that, but some are of his own personal creation, just trying to get back into the habit after adventuring so much. And yeah, it's not fully stocked, but at the very least, it contains enough to defend the party if time needs to be. Yeah.
Nice. As you enter, you see what you've described, as well as over here you see, well, a river that you've already met before, just sitting over here and looking the place up and down, while Taylor is seemingly set up a basic workbench and like, oh, there's your hopper drone that
Kind
probably
of
washed up in the water one time.
Yeah, my drone suddenly fell into the water.
And you just see sitting and tinkering, not a pairing you would expect to see often, but yeah. Taylor is trying to find. You see Taylor trying to find one tool that fell down the table, and you immediately see River like move her long tail down, grab it, and then put it on top of the table.
Cooperation. So I just simply, I guess, knock on the pillar of one of the wood to, I guess, try to catch their attention. Like, is it afternoon? It's afternoon, I guess.
Up to you.
Afternoon. How are you guys, enjoying the new place?
Oh, hey Q. Well, I'll
Hey.
say, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's still shaping up, but there's a lot of potential. I don't remember what voice I gave Taylor, so you're getting this.
Yeah, no worries, it's fine. Yeah, it's a bit rough, but, well, to be honest, our workshop back in Ouren was also rough when I first started, and, well, at the very least, it's something new, and God, I can remember back when starting out, I made so many mistakes in trying to set up where things should go, and yeah, hopefully not that much here.
Yeah. Oh, it's shaping up to be something. Definitely, he punches one of the pillars solid enough. It'll last, at least, until the next storm.
Hopefully it'll last. River, are you interested in any of our weapons? I suppose. Anything here?
Well, the only weapons I really need are these. She punches her own hand, but it's more just curiosity. Or something like this, an armory, you would need people to arm themselves. I see you're still lacking in stuff like that, aren't you? Have the place, but not the people yet.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit deaf.
River points out that you have the armory and you have the place, but you don't seem to have people to arm themselves yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, a majority of our people are really, focused more on building the place rather than guarding the place. Well, there's time enough to change that when, we get all this settled and set up and stuff like that. But I think Reef knows enough people around the area to at least handle that.
Yeah, true. I think I've seen some merchants already pass by here and there. The mayor's been talking with many of them. So, well, he's been a help. You remember the mayor who was drunk in Stoutborough the time you met him?
Yeah.
But, well, at least he was able to do this at least. Maybe there was some stuff to be said there. I'll say that from a business standpoint, this place won't run without staff. You'll probably need. Well, I say we, but I don't know. Maybe I don't actually know yet. Should I come? Actually, wanted to ask about that. I've been spending some time in Syklos, of course, you already know.
Yeah.
But well, I've been able to bring them down here, and well, I am helping in my own way. Syklos has actually been. I don't know if you've been told this, but Syklos is actually helping around with the city restoration and stuff. They've helped in Lumeria's reconstruction before, and now through the Madam's intervention, they've been able to secure some deals to help restore Pearltide. Gracious, yes, but also once again to help Theon's relations with the coast better. I think. I guess I could stay here for a while, as long as they're still here, but I wanted to bring that up with you.
Well, I mean, considering that the issue with Dredge is now, resolved, at least for the moment, and the seas appear to be quite calm coming days, well, I think this place would be quite safe, but again, it's going to be up to you whether you want to stay in Syklos or where you want to stay here. I mean, what do you want to do, once again?
Well, for now, I do want to help around. This place is in bad need of repair in some cases. The water that flooded the sea made the foundations a bit weak, but that's nothing a few magical instruments can't fix. I would be willing though. The thing is, if you are to hire some staff eventually, you're gonna need somebody who knows how to manage finances and all here. I'm gonna assume that your journey is not yet over. Dredge is one thing, but well, there was that creepy lady at one time, and okay, and since this is the first time you've encountered this, I will remind the party that bastions need staff. This is an actual mechanic. So Taylor and River are here to point out that your staff is currently 0. Recruiting staff members is actually essential to managing a bastion. The mayor has given you the space for a bastion and may give you nameless NPCs to run it, but you are also your own adventurers who know your own people. You can, through whoever you wish to talk to that you can talk to, start recruiting people. And they can live in your base, because you're not always going to be at your base.
That's fun.
This is an actual mechanic. I didn't make this. This is just something in the new 5.5 rules. So River is over here just assessing that. You can tell. I'm not gonna need an insight check from you, but you can tell that despite River being a monk, she can tell the quality of weapons and stuff just looking them over, and yeah, probably not smart to be a standard Trixie, right? Not okay. So not every okay. If you click on like the hyperlink, if you see the message I just sent with the hyperlinks for special facilities, those are the ones that need actual staff. If you click on them, you will see hirelings, the number, like hirelings 351. That's how many staff is needed for purposes of the game. You can have nameless hirelings, but if you want to make those hirelings people you know, you have those options, and maybe since you know the NPCs better, they'll work better. So, that's up to you. You can just fully customize the space, not only in how it looks, but who runs it.
Ooh. We're gonna have a staff list.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do that right now, but yeah,
I mean,
these two are here to introduce to you that is an actual mechanic.
think you could just bring Taylor in here.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah, Taylor isn't officially enrolled in the academy, but that's something
Yeah.
you can decide for Taylor's storyline.
But also, crafting. Could Taylor only do the crafting when they're in the academy, or when they're also here?
I think we can have both, and I guess that is a benefit of having Taylor here specifically. You could double up on it, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Son to
I mean-
work.
Well, this right now is the armory. It's up to you where you want to stand.
Yeah, we could.
I think specifically armory here. What does it do? This
I believe
yeah,
that's
this is
the one.
cost. This has cost have, and yeah. In this case, Taylor is also shields,
don't
weapons,
have-
ammunitions.
We have the workshop too, right? Isn't that also crafting, or am I wrong?
Yeah, the workshop. Taylor's crafting is a bit more limited, as it's stuff you have to deliver yourselves. In case of a bastion can gather materials by itself.
Yeah, that one's a bit more complicated because still the materials and all that.
Yeah, the bastion is its own entity. It can scavenge and trade stuff on its own without you needing to gather the materials yourself. That's the benefit of it.
But yeah, I mean, for the meantime, and well, since as you said, I agree that this place really does need some fixing. You can stay here and make this place your home for now, I guess. And aside from that, let Reef do the rest of the recruiting, I guess, River. But right. Oh my god, I completely almost forgot about this. Right. Okay. How do I introduce this? Alright, River, we didn't get to talk after the encounter with Dredge and Elle, and well, it's funny seeing you here, but still. I've been meaning to well, return to you back this, and well, I know you said that you wanted to have me punch Dredge with it, but to be really honest, I'm not exactly that experienced with a fighter. I'm really bad at close quarters.
You had Reef propel himself like a rocket. That's good enough.
I actually have another solution for that. I just simply pull out one of the keychains that I use as an arcane focus. Specifically, it's the keychain that I use for heat metal, and wrapped around it is I believe it's the amber colored scarf.
Mm-hmm.
It's the amber colored scarf belonging to her sister, and well, I guess more than you can say that she punched the Dredge, you can say that she disarmed Dredge 3 times.
You see River stare at it for a few seconds and just smirk. She would have liked that. Thank you.
Yeah.
She takes it back. Glad I put my trust in you.
No worries. I mean, I'm very much happy to have taken down that guy as well.
For the glory of the coast. If you ever need Tidebringers to help again, you know me. You have a connection of River. And sure, for actually remembering to return the scarf, get a point of inspiration. Whether that goes to group or yourself, up to you.
Both are full.
Both are full. Both are full. Damn it, we should be using inspiration. I am not giving you guys a fourth inspiration. It's full because you can... It's full.
Yeah.
You can give it to someone who doesn't have inspiration right now.
Who doesn't?
Wait, I'm checking. I don't. I don't.
Okay, you can take it, but you clearly need
Yay!
it.
Yay! That's
Yay!
a reminder. Use them up, or they will fill up eventually.
Yes.
When
Am I
they
the only one that
like
doesn't have inspiration?
When are you gonna get the fourth slot? When your proficiency bonus goes to 4.
which should be
Yeah, that'll be a while.
Level 9 or something?
Yeah, level 9. That'll be a
That'll
good
be a
thing.
while.
Yeah, so use
We still-
your inspiration. Use your resources.
Mm-hmm.
No hoarding. Anyways. Want to move on to someone else?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alright, I guess next up is Via.
Me.
What's your library like?
It's a decent sized one because both. What was it? Both.
Oh yeah, you guys had
library.
two libraries
Yeah.
that you've used.
Do we actually have two separate libraries or just like
That's up to you
One
guys. You guys decide.
fused into big one?
You guys decide. It's your base.
Do we need like two separate rooms for libraries? We could just make a very big library, no?
In Minecraft canon, it's a big one.
Okay, so we'll just do one giant library with 2
Hell yeah.
floors. That should be good enough. Separating
Alright.
in a way, I guess. 2 floors. I do like the 2-floor idea. It's
Yeah,
probably
this
just,
is
yeah,
yeah.
decent.
Treat all of these backgrounds as placeholders because I'm
Yeah, we just have a
assuming-
decent size, but just slightly tall. Not like width wise, just height wise, low taller. Since it's 2 floors instead. Yeah,
That's cool.
with a nice wooden structures around wooden shelves against and built into the walls. I like those. The built into the wall shelves. Those are cool. With stacks with books. I don't know where the books came from, but do we have books yet?
You're getting you're slowly getting a library.
Probably
you
half
guys
the
did
shelves
you guys
are filled. Yeah.
you guys did have the help of Syklos Academy coming in, so there are some
You're
stuff
right.
coming in.
We probably have half the shelves filled at the moment. We're still got more books incoming, but they're just not here yet. And we have a nice, beautiful, decorative rug. Some probably a gift from Via's dad for the home warming party. I don't know. On the floor. I don't know how big. Probably pretty big. With some nice seatings and wooden tables, and oh yeah, I guess you guys should be taking notes. And candles, lanterns. Yeah, candles probably not a good idea in a flammable place. Lanterns, beautiful,
I
nice.
think there are candelabras to stop candle fires. People have been using candles in wooden rooms since ancient times. You can figure it out.
We'll have candles on the table. Lanterns against the wooden beams, I guess, that's holding the kind of the second floor, and the yeah. What else would there be? I think that's all it I can think of for a library. I have not been into libraries that often, other than filled with bookshelves, and that was it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's good enough.
You see two people that you are very closely acquainted with. You see Strixie setting something up on the table, and you see Vizard seeming to peruse the shelves up top, seeming to take some from his pockets and like rearranging them as if like actually ordering the books in a proper order that they would stock in a library instead of just haphazardly.
Hey, Strixie, you wanted to say something to me?
Oh, hey! Trixie turns to face you. Let's see. Oh, hey, I was just taking a look at your stuff, and you see a couple of Strixie's own stuff like splayed across the table. I think this would be a good place for a little idea I had. You want to hear something?
Yeah.
Well, I found this in Syklos library. I think, well, you guys probably are gonna have plenty enough of like studious and lore-filled books and stuff. But well, one thing libraries can also do is fun, as she places down a table that spells out a book that has the title card of Daggerheart onto the table. I have a little idea in case you have some time. I know you guys are still resting up and stuff, but I think you guys could use a little liveliness in this place too.
Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that. Are we calling it Daggerheart in the universe?
Yes. Nothing's stopping
I
us.
don't. Okay.
Matt Mercer
Yeah, I
won't
had a
sue
lot-
us.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing Daggerheart with everyone, and you were such a great. Are we calling it DM?
No,
as
this
well?
is how you play it. This is before.
Yeah, are we calling it DM as well, or?
No, Shiena.
No?
This is how she invites you.
Oh, with this. Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot. Daggerheart was the sequel. Was happening in the future. I completely forgot the order. Wait, that's right. It didn't happen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
This
sounds interesting. I would love to play.
I told you.
I
told you it was a few months ago, but I did tell you guys that the start of session 131 happens first, and then Daggerheart in the middle of it, and then the rest of session 30.
I completely forgot. That's why. Oh, that's why you didn't put the Daggerheart recap in there, did you? That's
Yeah,
why.
because it's also not part of For the Arisen anyway.
Yeah, because it didn't happen yet. Should have told me that sooner. Rewording everything. Pretend I did not say anything. Wow, this looks so much fun. I'm not one to play board games so much, but I would love to try it. I'm guessing you need more than one player, right? What is Daggerheart?
Well, it's more accurately, it's a tabletop role-playing game, but it's more, it's more for people like, what us, usually, at least before this whole adventuring thing, who wanted to get, a taste of adventure and, all of that without actually needing to risk your lives and all. It's, you play a character, in this case, honestly, you guys can probably just play yourselves to make it easier, and then we'll have a little, it's roleplay. You play a character, in this case, probably yourselves, and we roll some dice and we try to craft an adventure from the things that happen. It's a bit random, but also that's part of the fun. Well, yeah, we'll need other people. I mean, of course, I was thinking of, you guys have your party already. It would be a neat thing to, in time between your next adventure, at least.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds like something really fun we could do, and probably we could probably use something to distract ourselves and kind of a fun night. Are we doing? When are we gonna be playing?
We can talk about that later with the others, but I also do have another thing I wanted to talk to you about, specifically for when we head back to Lumeria.
What is it?
Well, if you remember, I set up that. Or if you remember, I did set up that quest with some other people in Lumeria to investigate some of Father's mines. We're actually getting that done soon, but I haven't. I left after the two that were supposed to do it. I left after the two who were supposed to do it have entered the mine first. It's going to be a couple of probably days or a week for their investigation to conclude, but I don't know. Even if there aren't any results yet, I have a hunch that it may have something to do with Sunder, at least one of the other apostles down there in the mines. I heard you guys were interested in coming back to Lumeria, so I just wanted to say that, if you are ever coming back to yourself, I could appreciate someone, even if not help, just someone to check up on it. If it's someone as dangerous as Sunder, I doubt he's there, but just in case, I don't want to risk it if it's possible. An update on the mines. The adventurers have been questing on the mines because Violet still needs to get the classmate friends to actually do that session because we were all focused on thesis. But yeah, it's happening too.
So it didn't happen. That session.
It's about to happen. It's about to happen.
So it didn't happen. Okay, so she's telling us that she put out the quest for the mines.
Yeah, and it's in progress.
Okay. In progress. Okay.
Yeah, she's saying that when you do go back to Lumeria, you can check up on that because she has a hunch it has something to do with the apostles.
So I'm assuming if we do end up going back and checking, the session would be done, right? Or still in progress. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. We'll be heading back to Lumeria. We could definitely stop by and take a look at the mines, or
is she
asking at the mine?
Well, more I want to hear your thoughts on it, since of course you guys know a lot more about these apostles than we do. I only know so
Oh,
much, so if possible, I want to tell you what we found, and then well, you can put together from there what it could possibly mean. I only really know Sunder and Dad. The rest are stuff you guys know, after all.
yeah, we can totally take a look at whatever you find. All I know is like apostles are mostly using one of the elements, and they're quite strong and have like this crystal.
Mm-hmm. Gemstones
That's
or
this
stones or
gemstone crystal,
crystals.
and this is just a theory, but those crystals might have something trapped inside of it so far, considering that last battle I had with Dredge, but that isn't completely confirmed. So I guess just be very careful.
Yeah, it's a good theory. It would explain why Sunder was so interested in our research. Perhaps he wanted to make more of them. But yeah, we don't exactly have evidence to prove that yet. We have motives, but the full thing we need as a case. I've talked with your dad about it, how we could present it as an issue to the madam, but she has much more pressing issues to take care of, so it's something that we should probably be handling ourselves. Speaking of, your father's a bit up. May have some things to want to talk to you about.
Yeah, I'll check up with my dad and maybe ask him about it, about the apostles, and perhaps I probably should also ask the Madame Mistral about it if she knows anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, all right then. I'll get to planning the game then. Just since I'm probably not going to be staying here too long either, I'm just here to help out with the restoration of Pearltide and such. It'll be good to have some
Yeah,
fun
I appreciate you
in all
being
this hard
here.
work.
hmm I can't wait for the game night.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. All right then. I'll leave you to it then.
Mhm.
Well, I want to go to your dad.
You know, walk up the stairs to my dad.
You see your father organizing the shelves. Hey, Via.
Hey, Dad.
How's it been?
It's been going well. You know, after a big fight, kind of, I don't know how I managed to do that, but you know, I'm glad to have everyone by my side. So, how are you?
Pretty good, actually. Well, the restoration is a process of work, but honestly, it has been quite stressful in the academy lately. Well, good as in I'm fine, but yeah, the work that's been set out for us is quite significant. We've already worked on the restoration of Lumeria, and Pearltide's its own thing. If, honestly, there is a dire need of this place, as he looks around at the library for some fixing it. The shelves are quite unorganized, but that makes sense. These books, half of them being from Pearltide, half from the Academy's own donations. There's, well, I know I'm not supposed to be working, I'm supposed to be enjoying myself, but it is quite hectic.
Yeah, we kind of still have some more books coming in, but thanks for helping organizing the library.
Yeah, well, it's something Bree taught me well. He was always kind of, well, I wouldn't say controlling, but she was bothered quite a lot when the alphabetical order wasn't followed and all of that.
Oh yeah, she was a was she a librarian in
yeah.
Syklos? Yeah, she is the librarian in Syklos, so I guess it makes sense that she would be more particular in the ordering of books.
Well, yeah, I did hear that Warren needs staff. If he needs some help as to who to get for that, maybe we should talk. Or, well, or speaking as Violet, or you could just get him yourself.
Is it? But he's working as a professor in Syklos. I can't just make him work here, can he? Can I?
Oh, that's something for you to figure out if you wish to. But yeah, I was just
I mean,
to tell you that the library needs organization.
yeah, but I want to put more stress on his shoulders.
I mean, if anything, it's if anything, if he's here, he's not bothered by Syklos.
I guess
Or at
that's
the
true.
moment,
Yeah.
Or-
well,
Or until things settle down and he can pass the work on to someone else.
oh, that's a better idea, honestly. Yeah.
Up to you. This is something you guys can entirely customize.
well, Dad. I know you're busy and everything, and the library still of our home is still kind of needs some work. Maybe I was hoping. Well, perhaps if you want, you can maybe help out here for a while until things settle. Perhaps that you want that.
Sometime lower to the ground where I can actually walk by the beaches. Doesn't sound too bad, actually. I could consider it. I haven't fully thought of it, but thank you, Clea. That's something we can decide in actual Bastion if you guys want to finalize who's working where. It's just the NPCs are here right now to tell you that, hey, it's an option.
Yay! That's great. Awesome. I do have something I want to discuss with you though. It's kind of important.
Alright,
So about you've seen what happened to Dredge, right? During the last battle.
I've heard of it
with-
through the madam.
Have you ever heard of anything like that? A crystal, perhaps holding like one of the elemental oh my god, words. Catalysm. Catalysm.
Actually, considering he is a high elf, this would be pretty.
Do I need a roll for anything?
I mean, for sure, it's just to have somebody else roll a dice. Roll me a d20 plus 8 with advantage. Do you remember how?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rolling
me?
for him.
Oh,
D20
okay.
plus 8 with advantage.
Roll D20. No, it's good remembering. Hold on. I do know the D plus is advantage or just ADV? Was it
ADV?
space ADV?
Yep, space
Okay.
ADV. It's in footnotes or. Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
This is okay. This is okay. I'll take it.
I mean, that's actually good. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Elven history would say that crystals
Elven
are typically.
history? Yo.
If you
Hold on.
remember what I said in the recap, Elven history does say that the most proficient in using elemental crystals or even just crystals that store magic were once the Drow, when they used to live in more underground settlements after the Rupture, or even before that. They used to live in arcane caves that grow crystals from its walls. Through these crystals, magically imbued with the spirits of the earth themselves, they were able to use them as containers, vessels, typically for arcane and druidic spells, to place them within the crystals and have them shatter, releasing the spell upon detonation. Elementals themselves contained within crystals is something that one may have heard of, probably in the more forbidden rituals. It's quite profane to trap sentient spirits within the confines of a simple crystal. But if anyone were to use that knowledge, I suppose it is a possibility for one such scholar or adept at using crystal magic to trap crystals, but something as powerful as a cataclysm could probably only be done by someone with, I wouldn't even say years, probably centuries of experience at minimum. They must be adept at sealing magic or whatever is needed to trap something so as powerful as a cataclysm. And with that mention, roll me your choice of Arcana or History yourself, Mia.
Wait, did they say roll Arcana or
Roll Arcana or History when he said
roll Arcana or history?
needed to be someone proficient for probably centuries in sealing
Arcana
magic.
or
to be able to
they're
do.
both okay. Well, I guess we'll do.
It depends on whether you want to know historical fact or magical fact. What you choose does change the answer slightly.
I see.
If you want to
Okay.
lean into knowing the magic of it, or the history of who possibly could have done something like that.
So if I say the magic, probably be more information on the crystal, right? Than the Drow using the crystal.
Yeah, but you can infer into the it yourself.
Okay.
Remember,
Then let's.
you have guidance.
I do have. Wait, do I have? I don't have guidance. Oh, I do have guidance. You're right. I will guidance myself and use and have the roll for Arcana. Roll with Arcana. Hold on, wait a minute. I rolled. I rolled D20 plus 5. What's this guidance? Does that give me a D4?
D4.
It does. Okay. How do I do this again?
Exclamation R space D20 plus your roll plus D4.
Yeah. Oh, plus D4. Okay. So
D20 plus your modifier plus D4.
Okay. Like this.
24. Pretty good.
Wow.
Which was that? Arcana. Or
Arcana. Arcana.
Arcana.
Mhm.
Sealing magic is sealing magic is more a focus of abjuration in the sense of that, but in terms of getting you want to is there any particular point about the magical process you want to know specifically focus on?
So the crystals, because like the apostles are using them, but they like the creatures. Well, I'm thinking Via's thinking there might be creatures trapped in there, like most of them, like, but they're not being summoned out to use. Is it just like using the powers of the catalysm that's trapped inside it?
With the evidence presented to you via pulls of smarts and actually deduces that elemental cataclysms being trapped in the crystals is what happens. Yes. Normally the process can be you bind a crystal to a catalyst, the crystal, and that they enter that catalyst. But for something as strong as a cataclysm, first of all, you point out the inconsistency that, as far as you know, there aren't any active cataclysms in the world right now that are just wandering. You would know if there is one, they're huge. So the problem you identify is, where do they come from? The sealing magic is something that can be abjured, trapped, and yeah, it's hard to bind the cataclysm, but where they get the cataclysm is the part that would normally conflict you. Because if it's not something that's already out in the world, because that's the most common answer, it has to be summoned into this world. And to summon a cataclysm means to summon one from beyond the seals of the Rupture. Because the Rupture is what sealed away, beyond the seals of the champions who fought the Rupture. Because they're the ones who sealed away the cataclysms beyond Syklos into their own planes. So it needed the magical ritual you can deduce with the evidence presented to you that somebody powerful enough to reach beyond the seals of dimensions taught the cataclysms in the crystals and then imbued them and then attached them to either the apostles themselves or magical items that they hold, and they draw power from those cataclysms as pretty much an infinite power source, because when are you running out of power when your power source is a nuclear bomb?
Oh god.
Very few people will be powerful enough to summon from beyond the seals placed by the champions. Only somebody on the level of the champions can probably do something like that. That's what you know about the magical process.
Dad, this is just me, my brain going to places based on facts. How likely do you think, perhaps maybe a champion, sealing catalysm during the Rupture into a crystal perhaps to be used today?
Today, well, there are no champions actively alive today, or at least none that have shown themselves. Half of them were confirmed to have perished during the Rupture, and the other half disappeared, and life, due to the time that has been, it could be natural to assume that they have passed on through natural or other causes. But to seal the cataclysms, I mean, the champions who were known to deal with the cataclysms back then were the most powerful arcane casters among the champions. That would be, Syklos the wizard herself and Sheba the warlock. Those two would have been the ones most adept at the magical rituals that would be needed to bind entire cataclysms, either to crystals or beyond the veil of dimensions.
The just a question. You said like some are confirmed like not alive to this day, and others are just gone without any information. The Syklos and what was it Sheba? Sheba. Were those two the one that just kind of not confirmed alive today, that just gone missing?
Well, the Academy's history paints Syklos as having passed away through natural old age within the Academy, after having built
Sounds
her
about
legacy
right.
on the floating island.
Mm.
But Sheba, well, even before the rupture, little was known about Sheba. We do not know where she came from, only that she was likely drawing power from a more opposite source of the divine champions. But, well, I mean, it's said that the tales spun about her say that she must have passed on, but this is beyond my area of expertise. It's only really known that it's only known that she must have been part of the ones who perished during the rupture. There is no evidence of her influence even beyond after which. It's likely that she was one of the ones who perished during the fights.
See,
but little is known. It was her doing, however, that finally binded the fire cataclysms into beyond our plane. As it's noted that her most notable feat during the rupture was she was the one who crossed the dimensions in order to bind the cataclysms.
Oh, she was the one. Question: how much does Via know about Sheba? Like perhaps her race or something like that?
Already, what I told you. Little is known about her.
A little's known about her. Oh, because if she's an elf, there's a high chance she might still actually be alive. Considering that Ilphriina is like 500 years old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all right. That's actually a lot of good information that you mentioned. So maybe I can ask Mistral about the rest.
Yeah, you'll find the madam and Skyla in the Arcane Study.
Okay, thank you so much for the help.
Oh, that's pretty informative. Look at Via being smart.
I know! For once, I'm playing a smart character! That's supposed to be smart!
Anyway, now, we acknowledge the elephant. Azii, hi, you two here?
Elephant.
So you enter what is the sanctuary or the greenhouse, whichever it is, and you see Bob and the podlings just bathing in the sun. Beside them is a dragon also bathing in the sun. Actual dragon.
Hey, Bob. Want to discuss the elephant in the room?
Hello, companions. I see no elephant of which you speak of.
The elephant is just saying, big copper dragon.
Oh, are you? you hear it snore, chonk, me.
Function.
I'm gonna nudge it. Just for fun. This isn't for anything hostile or anything, just athletics for me, please. See if you can even nudge an adult dragon. No. The answer is no. That's an adult dragon. It's huge.
Can I nudge him open? I nudge him open.
You did-
Wait,
okay.
wait.
Nudge it open? You did the same thing then. I mean, Reef can help you if he wants to help. No. Barely. You nudge it awake and you see one eye open and... Oh. Hello, friends. It kind of lifts its head, and it's still in that still kind of like cat sleeping position, but because it has a long neck, it can rise up.
Who are you?
Hello, Bob. Hello, friend. Ah, it seems we finally meet again. He turns around. Well, the dragon's clearly male. That's what you can identify, but... Are you saying you do not recognize this charming face? It seems to know you. Personally.
It knows us? Wait, Reef, do you know this guy? I am.
No, who are you? Well, I'm... Well, if you truly know me, you would know I'm not the type of person to willingly give information for free. Quite a nice day. You know, normally I prefer the transactions to be beneficial to me, but since we're entertaining ourselves, if you can guess my name, I'll have a reward in it for you.
You know what? Give me a sec. I'm gonna call QQ.
Give us a
Can I
clue.
call up for you? Give us a clue. We're gonna call up.
Okay. Well then. Okay, sure. Both of you can roll insight checks.
I know the answer. I'm just letting you guys like. Okay.
He seems to like bartering.
I know he's the Ouren dragon.
And he knows
don't
you
know his
personally,
name.
Scots. He seems to
Personal.
be most familiar with you, Scots.
Ow!
Among you two. He seems to be more personable to Scots, as if he spent more time with Scots. He likes bartering, and he knows Scots more personally. Of course, I could always just tell you, but it'll cost you.
You know, I'm just gonna call him Elephant for now. I don't know his name. I keep forgetting.
Very well then. If you are satisfied with that, I will return to my peaceful slumber. Bruh. Bob is casting Solar Beam. I don't even remember
Yeah,
his
we
name.
know who it is. We just don't know their name.
You can run and grab Kiki.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and grab QQ.
You run and grab Kiki. Kiki, as you're about to leave, you just see Scots open the door and just, we need you. Ah.
Okay. Just casually drags the metric ton
Okay.
of iron.
Okay, hi QQ. Wait, we need your help. Who is this guy?
He looks down. I see you're quite a fan of me. Though of course I knew that already.
Okay, so 13. Okay. How am I even supposed to react to this? Because to be completely honest, the reason I
True.
reason I decided to not go for this one is because I would not know how to react.
QQ, you see an adult dragon.
Yes. Oh, right. I remember you from our battle. You know what? I've always been quite a big fan. Well, obviously you could see the little guy over here and just points over to CC. Right. You guys don't know him, but I'm pretty popular in Aurum. You know, Aurum. Aurum.
I will give you all
Oh,
3 guesses.
Yeah.
He seems to be toying with you. He's having fun with this.
But yeah, really did not expect you to join us in our previous encounter over the Cyclone Sea, but I guess it makes sense. Pearl Tide is still part of the Gold Coast and all that. Yeah, what were you guys doing here again?
well, I just saw Reef running to see the dragon, and I wanted to say hi to Pop, and then he's there.
Right. Right. Alright, this is awkward.
This is so awkward. Because, like, we're trying to get to know this dragon, right? But we won't be able to progress unless we know him name. But, if we want the easy way out,
Ouren,
Yes.
Ouren, and he
Or-
says, tis, tis, tis. One wrong guess. Though I appreciate that you... Though I appreciate that you see the resemblance to my father.
Never mind then. Sorry, I don't often meet the...
I'm too young to match his age.
I
also,
don't
you're his
often
son.
meet dragons, so I'm unfamiliar with them. Apologies for that.
2 more guesses.
Alright, I have no other guesses. I already gave you everything I got. Good luck, guys. I'm gonna go back to...
No, you're leaving. Your Orum's son.
I mean, I don't know. Reef, you were the one that went to the Temple of Aurum. Do you remember shit?
We have an NPC's thread, guys.
Wait, I checked the NPC thread. Wait, is it far back?
Come on, I only found a Dragonborn kicking ass there. We had 2 months to guess who, and our first guess was wrong.
Yeah, our first guess is wrong because that's the only guess that I had because I was so confident I was right.
Didn't know this guy thing. He is most familiar with Scots and likes transactions. And not Ouren, but rather Ouren's son.
Don't tell me Sunny turned into a dragon or some shit.
I don't think Dragonborn can turn into full-ass dragons, though.
Dragons can turn into humanoids, but not the reverse, unless powerful
Yeah.
polymorph spell. Dragons can disguise as humanoids, but not humanoids unless their powerful mages can't turn into dragons.
Wait, who's the other dragonborn in the other group? It can't be that guy, right? It can't be the one from like Steelwind.
Prispa or something? No.
Propa?
Propa? No.
Propa, it can't be Propa.
Propa. No, it's not Propa. I doubt it's Propa.
I think we'll have our ass handed back to us if that is the case.
Do we want to come back to you, or do you have guesses?
I'm looking at the NPC.
I'm
Do you
also kind
wanna-
of looking because I don't see it.
I can't see it.
The answer is apparently somewhat familiar to you with how jovial he is to see you again.
Since when did we have Kieran?
That was the guy that beat
That was
Scott's
the
ass.
Reef.
Reef.
Reef's ass.
Oh,
Like monk-to-monk communication.
Monk-to-monk communication.
I do not remember that. Wow.
Didn't you say like Tyrion is like level 9 or something?
Something like that.
Oh my god, I forgot about Otto. Oh.
But yeah, we can swap over to Ilphriina.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
You guys are
Go
Okay,
back
while they
to
take their
the-
time guessing that, hey Ilphriina. Over here, you find yourselves in the courtyard. However you want to describe your courtyard. This is just probably from a game or concept art of a courtyard. What the fuck is this guy? You see, well, Shore just looking around and Coral kneeling to stop and smelled up bushes, I guess. This courtyard, I think it was Scots's. There could be a garden here, up to you guys. The courtyard garden. Some areas naturally link to themselves. Up to you guys how they connect. It could be a courtyard, it could be the garden. I don't know. You guys know the layout. Let's just say it looks like this picture for simplicity's sake. Hi, Shore. Hi, Coral. And, as Ilphriina's mechanical voice resounds across the open space of the courtyard, Shore and Coral turn around and just say, "Oh, greetings. It's good place you have here." He looks at a fountain. Very natural. Coral just nods. But a home you've built for yourselves already. A lot larger than anything on the island. Coral just nods again. No, there's nothing like Minahari. I can agree with you. Shore looks to where the direction of the coast would be. From what I've heard, there was a large island spotted moving towards the coast. Pretty sure Minahari might have heard the events transpiring in the coast. Maybe it'll be time to return home sooner rather than later. See Coral kind of like looking a bit away. Are you planning on, heard, still searching for Breeze, aren't you? Man, I can't go back until I find her. I guess I haven't really asked, but is this Breeze related to all this? She gestures to all this happening right now. Yes, in fact, she was there when Lumeria fell. One of the ones in the attack then. Well, I wasn't involved there myself. I only knew of it as Dredge. The night Lumeria fell, flames was also one of the times when the Bravebreakers just simply assembled. Dredge knew of the plan. But it seems she used an element. And one of the ones that were used by the apostles. Shit. He's involved with them. She might be, but I hope she's not. The apostles can corrupt. I've heard some things like it happened. Dredge mainly kept this himself. Though that mysterious woman cloaked in black does have a weird aura. I hope you find her then. This path only leads to darker places. But it doesn't have to be where you end. You can come back to the island. I could. But doesn't that just feel like running away? There's plenty of tide boys who probably want to punch my face in, I bet. Can't just bring them. Can't just. Like I said during that day, if you decide for yourself, I will support it. Even if nothing else, even if no one else will shoulder the burden with you, I will. And I've been considering perhaps staying here. The least I could do is at least, for now, help rebuild Kelta. That would be righteous. Not for that. Droid. Shame to leave it like this. You are more than welcome to stay here if you want. What would you have me do? Throw me in jail? I suppose that would be fitting. In the same situation as Breeze is in right now. I can't throw my own daughter in jail, which means I can't do that to you either. What, you'll have me work here or something? One employer to the next. He jokes. Probably a rare joke. Actual humor. I wouldn't be opposed to it. We'd be doing a good thing. Protecting this place. I actually think so, huh? You want to repent for what you've done, right? Working to make things better for people is a good start. suppose that's good a direction as I need to take for now. Sorry, Pops, I probably won't be returning to the island yet. Don't mind. I can rest easy knowing that you're here, doing a good thing. Though, I wouldn't mind if you stayed here a little while longer, at least. See me do some things. Of course. Need to have a lifting. I'll help around. Alright. And he walks over to Ilphriina. Look, I know I'm not the best at talking, but thanks for what you all have done. Thanks for not killing me on that ship when we first met. Sucked to get dragged down and just drown. Thanks for not throwing your life away, even if you wanted to. Yeah. Wish you luck on finding your daughter. Ilphriina. Nobody deserves to have to go through this. If you ever need help, Unahari is just an ocean away. Thanks. I assume you already know that the apostles may be keeping some under their wing. If your daughter's working under someone, then well, probably have to target that person first. Some of us are not as free as we wanted to think we were. Remember that. Good luck. Okay, Reef, do you have any money? No. Thank you. We'll be going back to Lumeria. No way to make her come to her senses there. That's a good start. Very well. And I guess we'll transition back to one of the people. Do you want it to be? I guess chronologically it should be the dragon people.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know who this guy is. I'm trying to jog my memory of who the fuck can turn into a dragon.
I'm gonna guess
Well,
you have two more guesses.
No, we probably actually didn't know the person, whoever person talked to was actually a dragon.
Is it Sunny?
I don't think
Yeah,
Vi
so-
would tell us.
Like,
I don't think Vi would tell us.
But I'm
Do
not
you
sure.
do you
if
want
he can
to do you want to put that guess in as like actual verbalize it?
Yeah, fine,
Okay.
fine.
Was that-
What
I guess.
What do you say? What do you say in canon? English. Say the
Because
sentence.
Sunny is literally the only person in my mind.
Are you Sunny? I knew someone would remember. You still have my coin on you. I'm glad it.
It is! Why was I second guessing myself on that? I'm gonna give myself. Why was I second guessing?
He likes transactions and seems to know you the most, Scott, as if you were the last person who interacted with him.
I was second guessing.
And that I'm on
Hey, Scott, I would like you to read the description of your special rival coin.
Where's Oh my fucking god.
What does it
Oh
say? What
my
does it
fucking
say?
god! I knew it. It oddly smells like gold and seawater. And you know who else smells like seawater? Sunny.
Well, the dragon, but yes.
Yeah, the dragon.
I'm fucking dead.
Oh, it's salt, not gold. It's salt and seawater. Very salty.
Well, I would appreciate you. Well, as part of that guess, take. Well, since you didn't buy any hints from him, take 100 gold Scots as a bag from him.
Whoa!
Free money!
What?
Rich!
Or Reef.
Take the L, take the L. Fuck you.
Sure.
Also,
I mean, he hands it to your direction. Up to you who takes it. I'm taking it. Roll contested athletics to see who takes it. I don't know.
Split it. You guys can split 50-50.
Okay,
Roll
contested athletics.
You didn't even guess.
First of all, I said it first. I was just not sure. I thought Sunny. I was just not sure about it. No, don't bring this up again.
Roll off. You can take it. I'm richer. Yeah, he has his mother's. He has his
Okay,
mother's
fuck.
money.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
have
you-
you have
Yeah,
Can
you
I
have
hear
your
fucking
mom's
guess it, baby,
allowance.
now?
I got nothing.
Okay. Well, he says, as payment for keeping a mouth shut. It is it is a curiosity I often do. Pretty easy to sense the hearts of others when money is involved. Skill issue. Not loading. Wow, the gift broke. But yeah, that's what he says. It's easier to get a sense of people's hearts when money is involved. Of course, I knew all about Dredge. Hard not to hear about all the Wavebreakers. It's hard to not hear about all the Wavebreakers. However, it would have been a task too daring to try on alone. My father's son I might be, I am only so young. I could not take on Cataclysm on my own. But through the power of, well, friends, thankfully, I was able to encourage you all on the right path, or at least, I like to think I helped. Power of friendship. I assume you all are going on further quests. Then you've heard of the recent events in both Lumeria and Elidovia, I presume. As if you know. Did you hear that? Hello? Yes.
Hi.
Then where do you wish to head to next?
Wait, have we talked about it in character that we want?
That's up to you guys.
Okay, we still haven't talked about it.
We haven't? I thought we. Okay.
No, we talked out of character that we want to go.
That's up to you guys to decide if
Oh,
you
I
did or
see.
didn't.
I think we did, because otherwise, what would we be talking about throughout the building of our home?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what
I
we
think this-
have off screen.
The party has decided that we be going to Lumeria before heading back to Elidovia.
I see. That could be wise. The first attack happened there. There could have been. It's just a theory of mine, but we all know about Sunder from the Flames. But Dredge was involved elsewhere in the coast. That makes two of them. I've heard from your kind madam, he says in a higher tone of voice, that there are others. Shadow would have been there as well, making three. There are a few unaccounted for. Wind may have not been there, or may have been. due to the influence of one of the ones you already know. Then there's light. Well, that, I presume, is a lead that you are chasing on as well. However, I would wish to make a case for stones also being there. With it, all 6 would have been accounted for during the night. What do you think? But who am I to know? I only go off rumors. He's asking if you know where all 6 were during that night.
Excuse
Do
me,
you
all
know?
6 what?
Did you hear anything that he just said?
Oh, I didn't hear the last part.
Yeah, he is just asking. He's asking if what he says is true, then that means all 6 could be accounted for that night. You know where Dredge is. You know where water was. You know where fire, possibly wind, and
Yeah, the
shadow
things we
was.
don't know. Or
The things they don't know. What were they doing during that night? He asks.
I guess we don't know Earth, right?
You know Dredge was was assembling the Wavebreakers.
Yeah.
Then I suggest you inform yourselves. Knowledge is half the battle. Take it from me, and, well, my line of work. Which I should probably continue. After this nap. He curls himself back up again. Dragons are EP.
Truly. Okay, but that was a fucking curveball. Like,
I just want you to watch the session where Azii last interacted with Sunny and I say she failed a roll to see something.
oh right, I remember that.
Oh,
Bruh.
Wait, so is it? Yep, this is actual Sunny. This is
Oh,
what Sunny
wow.
actually is.
so this is what I
So-
failed to see.
If
Or at
you
least a
actually
hint to
succeeded,
it.
you might realize things.
Well, you might have had a hint. I thought it was like a mecha. No, this is just what he actually is. He just shapeshifts into Sunny.
Yeah.
And what better way to know of what's happening in the Gold Coast than to be an info broker?
Yeah. I mean, like, he has good taste. Like, Jesus Christ, he aura farms in that form.
That's the form he chose to take.
Like, it's the most flashy ass form.
Hey, he's a dragon. They're kind of like that sometimes.
Yeah. They're fashionable. The son of Ouren, though, Jesus.
Yeah, that's insane. But
Is
in
Ouren
terms
still
of
around?
the apostles, we only know like 4 of them. As
Is it for
Is it for?
wait,
Thunder,
Shadow, Fire,
Dredge,
Water,
the
Breeze.
other
Yeah.
person, Apostle Shadow, who's with Breeze?
Yeah. We don't know
If-
light
yeah.
and earth.
Earth, Light, and
Who's the air again? Was it? Is it actually?
Breeze.
You actually don't
Yeah.
know.
Is it actually Breeze?
It's just
I
a
don't
theory.
remember.
It's not confirmed.
See, it's a theory.
Yeah, I had it as a theory, but I was like, I don't think it was confirmed her. So, because I have a question mark right on the side.
The only people who have used wind so far are Breeze and Kunian.
Wait,
Frame my
And-
we
sister.
only
The mysterious voice says that light is in Lumeria, making a case.
Oh,
that
that's
light
also
has
why
been-
we went there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the reason
And
why
then-
we're
Is it the
going.
one
then
in the
before-
mines? Is it
and
the,
then
no,
before-
actually, no, the mines might
And
be
then
her.
before
Right.
he went to snooze, Sunny just said to you that you could make a case that stones was there so that all 6 are accounted for. But he went to sleep before elaborating. Dragons tend to do that, apparently. So if you identify those, then you could have an account of where all 6 were.
Hmm.
He went to sleep. Magnificent creature. How I would dare to claim such as a mighty steed. Anyways. So, do we want to move on to like Via or whoever? Technically, everyone's done with their first rounds. You can switch around if you wanna go other places.
Well, I'm going to the arcane study room, so.
Anyone else joining via or?
Reef, do you want to see your parents?
Do you want to see your
Okay.
stepmom? Not stepmom, your foster mom?
Hey, your mom.
Okay, who wants to walk around?
I'm fine with going around. I'm not that close to the Tidebringers, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say the same.
I mean, you were there with Rustin for a whole adventure.
That is true, that is true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Rustin.
The thing is, Rustin wasn't there when we got ganked.
True. That's true. I could go there too. We were kidnapped together. Okay, you going there, QQ then?
Yeah. I'll join on it.
Who wants to go first? Who wishes to go first?
Initiative again.
Initiative.
Roll.
I mean, I will go
And-
going first, I guess.
Wow, no need to fight for it. What? We are so bad. Yes. We haven't even rolled much during the session. You somehow get 2 nat ones.
We rolled 6-7 times now.
God damn it.
No, I didn't mean that, but like, we rolled 7 times now. And half,
Rolling for the rest of the session. I guess
Alright.
we'll saving your guys last unless somebody's rolling, because who else could get lower than that?
I mean, I
Alright,
said I'm
Reef.
going first, so I.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was so close.
I guess by law of possible averages, I don't think Reef can roll lower than those numbers.
Yeah.
Unless QQ somehow unless
No, I think they can have it. I think they can have
Yeah,
it.
they can
and
have
I got one.
Alright. So, alright, I mean, you were the one who had the Arcane Study built. You describe it to us. You don't need to just follow the reference image right here. What's your
Alright.
Arcane Study like?
I have no idea what an arcane study room would even look like to begin with.
It's a study that looks magical.
Good to know. All right, it's only just me, right? That I chose.
To build it, yes, I think.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with the not as big as a library. Maybe like just a little bit smaller, a little bit more comfy, I guess. With a large. I do like a large round table. Large round table, wooden though. We'll do it wooden. And I'm gonna probably say there'll be some books around again. Maybe a little bit more magic based books around here would make sense. And some I don't know, some magic item trinkets, I guess, also laying around. And I guess that would be it. maybe can we have the like those even exist, those like large telescope thingies that looks out
Sure.
Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that as well. The large telescope that looks at the sky, just look at the stars. I think that'd be good or something like that. Yeah, I'll have that. So it'll be like round dome top. Yeah. That opens up to the sky for the telescope. I think that would be cool enough. That's good enough. That can work. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Right. Well, as you enter that place, you see a space that's not as big as probably what you're seeing here, but still big enough to contain, the Sphinx form Mistral. And then also there's Skyla just standing over there, poring over a sphere that is clearly being used for divination.
Question is Reef also in the room right now, or is it just me?
Yeah, Reef seems to have
Okay.
also, you met in the hallway.
All right. As I
Or
met in
however
the
this
hallway, I'll be
Technically,
like,
the
"Hey, Reef."
Bastion. Technically, the Bastion doesn't have to be one large house. It can be multiple places connected. That's up to you,
Okay.
how you guys lay it
I guess
out.
as I met up with Reef, I guess. You'd be like, "Oh, hey, Reef. You went to check out the where were they? The courtyard? No, not the courtyard. Where were
This
they?
was
The garden?
sanctuary.
Oh, yeah,
Sanctuary, garden, whichever.
You went to the sanctuary, right? How was it? How was your visit there?
Hey, the dragon's actually sunny.
What? Wait, really? You're not playing a prank on me, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's actually really cool. What? How? I never realized. That's insane.
He is actually Orem's son.
Sonny's Orm's son? You know what? If Sonny's a dragon, that would make a lot of sense, huh? Wow, that's crazy. So, you gonna visit your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm missing Mistral. I have a few questions to ask. Oh, I almost forgot. Are you interested in playing a game? Strixie right now is kind of working on it. Yeah, it's called Daggerheart. Have you heard of it?
It's a game invented by Mark Mercer.
It's this, Trixie explained it as like a tabletop game of sorts where we play a character, something like that. I'm not really too sure on it. I think I've seen some people play something like that. I didn't know it was called Daggerheart though. It sounds really fun. We're still kind of figuring out the date to play it. I think she's still working on the game, so I'll probably let you know when we're gonna play.
Like us. Cool, I'd love to
Yeah,
play.
that's great. Yeah, I'll let you know when the time to play is. I'll have to ask the others too. Well, for now, we're here at the Arcane Study.
And you
She's
see
gonna-
what we've described.
Yes. Hello. Hope I'm not interrupting you guys.
Reef and Thea. It's all good. We're simply studying the instruments being placed on here, ensuring their quality. Well, it's not to the Academy's level, but for an outpost over here in Pearltide, it will do the job. Wow. Yeah, you see Sphinx form Mistral. Can we help you with?
Does Reef want to go first, or?
Sure. We love the noon sun. So, how are you? Well, I'm glad to say I'm keeping my promise. I'll be staying here a bit. Doing fine. Just now that Dredge and the Wave Breakers are done, I managed to pull some strings to get onto this Pearltide restoration project. While you guys are out here building this bastion, I'm helping Visser and some others rebuild the city around us, make it suitable. The place was not only physically destroyed, but, well, contaminated by loose primordial energies. You'll need some mages to fully expunge the lingering traces that are still present within the city. But in terms of me, I'm good, thanks. Actually, well, if I'm being honest, a little spent, but that's because I made do on another promise that you remember when you gave me, well, Nothic Eye. I've managed to do something with it, though I'm not exactly sure if you'd want to use it. What is it? Well, she explains something that's actually, if you guys remember the... if you guys remember the Nothic Eye that you gave her last chapter, she has fully workshopped it into something usable for you guys. But she does warn that you might not want to rely on using it too often. Yes? Can somebody read it?
Oh god. You guys find me reading it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ominous Eye, wondrous item, rare, requires attunement. When placed in a suitable handheld container, the Ominous Eye functions the same as a lantern of revealing, except its light is emitted as a sickly green glow. While lit, this hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light, and you can take a utilize action to lower the HUD, reducing the lantern's light to dim light in a 5-foot radius. Additionally, the wielder of the Ominous Eye can also add the additional effect. As a bonus action while lit, you can gain true sight until the start of your next turn. The range of this effect is within the bright light emitted. When you use this effect, roll an amount of d12s equal to your proficiency and add your level. You take necrotic damage equal to the number rolled. Okay?
I had it fashioned into something that would be usable, but considering the volatile nature of the creature it came from, it would take a much more heavier process to fully outfit it into something safe. Wants to call dibs. This would be very useful, yes, said the Aasimar who resists necrotic damage. Only 3 players in this part. 3 characters resist necrotic damage in this. You resist necrotic damage, you chthonic tiefling. It is attunement, though. I think some of you guys have like full attunement already, so we're at that point of the campaign. We know somebody who loves to go invisible. Then perhaps that could prove useful to you. Thank you, Mother. Should rest more, you know. I think I will. I've asked Madam if I could stay here longer, and I have been given permission. It's for the purposes of restoring Pearltag, but to do that I will need a place to stay, and while the rest are being flown up and down the academy, well, if you're offering for some beds here, I could also use those. You're more than welcome to stay here. Alright then. That's arrangements made then, I suppose. Good. I'm grateful. And if you want to, of course, during break times, we can catch up on some things. I think I promised you that too. Of course. You will have to formally meet my crew as well. I think I've seen them around. You'll have to introduce me as to who the specific ones who took care of you are. But, well, when you're done with that, though, there is one more request I would like to make of you, or rather, at least, tip for wherever your next adventure takes you, when you're ready to hear it. Alright? What is it? Well, from what I've heard, before you met me in Ouren, you handled some business in the Copper District. I think Tessa was there, wasn't she? I simply heard from, well, the news that eventually reached up to the Electrum District. Yeah. Well, actually, while she was there, she mailed me a letter just saying that she paid a visit. And, well, she said that her next stop would be going back to Lumeria, and that she'd write back when she comes to. After she went there, I did wait, and, well, mail in my home app does apparate into Syklos, but it's been some time and I still haven't gotten that update on if she had returned safely. I have no doubt she's within her capability to defend herself, but if you are ever headed back to Lumeria, I just want to wish that you can see if she's alright. Tessa was supposed to send a letter once she's back in Lumeria, but Skyla says she hasn't yet. Just check up on her, if you can, if you're heading back to Lumeria. We'll try to look for her there. Thanks. We'll be staying here for a while, helping Syklos rebuild Pearltide, so can't exactly check myself, and, well, for some reason, as you can see from the divination she's been trying to do, I can't exactly see her easily, which is not uncommon. She is a knight of Feon. They naturally have guards against sensing them from simple divination, and I trust that, well, the princess's own knight is part of the ones blocked from simple intervention. Send you a message if she's alright. Thank you. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Dialogue tree completed. Unless you have anything more to say, or Via. Okay, Via, go. I'm gonna shit. BRB. Thank you.
Hello, Madam Mistral.
Ah. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Well, if I am to be honest, still recovering from that fight against the Cataclysm. It took the combined efforts of both, well, my own arcane power, that friendly dragon that seems to be quite chatty with me, and the other sphinxes of Syklos. It is a suitable place to rest here, however. The arcane energy pulses warm me quite well, and should lead to a suitable recovery. Other than that, I am perfectly capable and fine. My intellectual faculties have not been diminished. Thank you.
That's good. Your help is you and Syklos' help was really big in that fight. We really appreciate the help.
Indeed. And of course, we are eternally grateful to you for leading the charge. Should any one of us have been missing during that fight, I fear it could have gone significantly worse, especially with the knowledge that Dredge was containing an elemental cataclysm within himself. Quite an unexpected turn of events, that was.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen at all. The elemental cloudism, that was the first time I ever seen one.
If you're lucky, it will be the only one you will ever see. They are quite destructive. Entire countries can fall from just one being released into the world.
I have this I have this question, but it's a little weird. Well, it might seem strange, considering like there's no other elemental cloudisms around, at least today, since the only ones we ever heard are from the stories of the Rupture. How likely do you think that people can say seal a elemental cloudism in a crystal, perhaps?
I would normally say nigh impossible. Evidence had not presented to me to be contrary already. Cataclysms are beyond the realm of capability of mortals, or even I would struggle to commit one without the power of ritual magic. The only ones who would be able to cast that kind of magic would be ones with, well, centuries of knowledge and the circles of, well, possibly magic circles possibly set up since long ago.
So perhaps like one of the champions?
It would be sacrilegious to claim it such, but the evidence suggests that somebody on their level. Only somebody with that level of ability would be able to do such thing.
So this is I'm just really curious. I'm really love reading about champions. How much do you know about Sheba?
Sheba, the masked one. Few people truly know about her, but it is noted that she had come from, well, an unknown place. However, her draw is that of a warlock. All warlocks following would come to model themselves after her practices. The most mysterious part about her is where she drew her power from. As the woman veiled in mystery, it's not concrete as to what or who the power is drawn from. But I've had my own theory over the centuries, and that is that her power comes from the world itself, from Syklos. You know
From
that
Syklos?
Lumeria is placed underneath the cone of divine light, don't you?
Yes.
You remember the shape of the world?
Yeah,
Divine
it's
light, divine light filters. Divine light filters from up above, drawing the power of divinity into the clerics and seers of Lumeria. That is common knowledge. However, it's equally true that unholy darkness can come from below, drawing itself up and into the world, and that necessary balance is what creates the expansion of the world horizontal to us, while our land continues to expand outwards, so that we may live in harmony with both positive forces and negative forces. With something of such power, it's, well, largely untapped, due to perhaps the fact that it primarily hit the underdog first, before rising to the surface where it neutralizes. Sheba could definitely be one such power, drawing from that source. One of the only ones. With this theory, it could be likely that Sheba had come from a heritage born from the underdog. Nobody has ever truly proven that. Not even my own mother had truly known who Sheba truly was, as a mysterious woman, and as, well, her personal antithesis, they never truly got along. Shiba would study the forbidden magics that Syklos would come to forbid in study of wizardry. However, I cannot deny that the two of them would be the reason why arcane magic had prospered as such. Both were necessary.
Yes, they both had contributed a lot to the magic in today's life. This is, I'm not really sure, but how likely is Shiva to be alive now?
Historical accounts say she perished during the fight against the Rupture, same as some other champions, but, well, considering her already abnormal capabilities as a warlock, it is not impossible to strike some sort of arcane deal with, even if not entity, the forces beyond this world, to extend such life and conquer death. It is, well, at least despite being forbidden, one of the goals of, well, such mages acquire immortal life, drawing from powers such as the divine, which naturally have infinite life. If they were able to draw from such sources as that, then perhaps one could live to longer than 500 years. Religion check, please, Via.
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, okay. What goes my religion? I forgot. Oh god, Via does not pray. Okay. It's not that bad. At least it's not no modifiers.
Natural
Via
one!
does not pray! Via does not pray at all!
Remember, you guys do have inspirations, and you're currently
Oh, you're
full of
right!
them.
I'm using that right now. I'm using that. My inspiration right now.
We love you too, Avre. We missed you too.
Please. Please, Via, you need to pray. You need to pray more. You need to pray more in your life. Is that good enough?
13. And you also have guidance.
Oh, I forgot to use guidance.
D4. I'm forgiving. It's the start of after a break.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome. Thank you.
We're getting used to it again.
16.
Okay, what you needed was 15. Well, something particular stuck out to you there, Via, because, well, you would know. Mistral said that, well, for that kind of lifespan, they would have either needed to strike a deal with an entity or something, or drawn on some magic, like perhaps the essence of otherworldly beings with, like, infinite lifespan to merge onto theirs. Siphoning the essence of an otherworldly being, like an immortal angel, to extend one's life. That sticks out. That sticks to you.
Oh my god.
Something like that won't come without a cost, however. You theorize that if someone was using that, there would be clear signs that they have. Probably something on their body like an Aasimar's glow. Something yellow that's clearly visible if it's such true.
I don't think we met anyone in our travels so far like that, right?
Oi!
What? What happened? Wait, what happened? What happened?
You lied to me?
What?
Well... Half-truth me. I love that tactic. You said that was because of the Rupture.
Oh, did Ilphriina see someone like that?
I mean, it was true. It was a true statement. Half true. Vi, I swear! Look, what happened? You have a sudden feeling, Via, that you need to talk to Ilphriina right now.
Okay, got it. This is crazy. I'm learning so much about this shit. I need to find a way to see how Shiva is connected to like the Old Gracious one somehow. Well, actually, no, I kind of do it because of Lucio, but why? What's the point of trying to bring the Gracious One, Lucio, out. I don't even know if Gracious One is Lucio, actually. We haven't confirmed that truly just yet. There's something else I wanted to ask, but I completely forgot now.
You can ask, or we can transition to the others as you think on it.
Yeah. I'll transition to someone else. I need to think
Alright.
on what it was.
We can talk about that when you guys meet back up again.
Yes.
Or you can ask.
Holy shit.
So, while over here, you see the Tidebringers, specifically the captain and the first mate, Shaw and Rustin. Just, I think this would be the barracks. It looks like an armory, but that's because the backgrounds I find are nearly identical. You see the barracks, and you see Shaw resting on. You see Rustin resting on the table, and Shaw saying, "Careful not to break anything. These aren't the best." Oh, hi. Oh, you guys are here. Shaw.
We can hire them. Shaw.
Oh, hello there. Oh, hey. Cool place you got here. Needs more cushions, though. Hardwood isn't exactly the most appealing for a barracks, though, as hardened soldiers, maybe they can deal with it. Whoever you put here. A lot of space, little people. Actually, well, I wanted to ask about that, but you go first. It says to all of you. Let's try to wrap this up within 30 minutes so Shiena can sleep and others can rest. Haven't been able to get any cushions yet. Well.
Oh, and you. Wait, was that Rustin about to ask, or like Shaw about to ask?
Yeah, he said that. Well, he wanted to ask something, but he'll ask you first. You first, he says.
I mean, what do you think of the place so far? I'm really glad that you and the town were able to help us build the bastion. It's really nice, actually.
It's shaping up. If I were to give my opinion on it, there's a lot of improvements to be made. I used to be, well, part of a shipwright family, if you actually didn't know. We used to handle docks and, well, the building of ships. That architecture transfers over to other buildings. Still has not finished Skong. I haven't finished regular Hollow Knight. Right, I should get on that. I need to relearn how to fight. Anyways, tangent. Having worked in, well, having worked in the shipwright business with my family before, there's clearly some things to be improved here. Your capacity is solid in theory, but, well, as Rustin pointed out, some facilities here are still missing some essentials. But that's actually where I wanted to extend my offer. The Tidebringers did home in Pearltide, and we've had our set of spaces to live and organize before, most of which they simply lived here in the docks, but, well, as you can see outside, most homes are unfinished. I was looking for a place where my crew could stay, if you would graciously consider the offer. We have a bunch of... If you need men, well, we have plenty. But this is offering.
Well,
we just have to grab men from like.
We're just gonna grab men. Well, we're incredibly understaffed here.
Yeah, I mean, grab men. Don't mind if.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, it's a place to eat, drink, and, well, good enough for me. I mean, we stayed in a tavern for several months. What's a place like this? You aren't just Shaw kind of like face palms himself. You need to contribute too if you're going to live here, you know? Of course, boss. But, well, if we are, I get to choose the wine, alright? Fine. These are straight up offering that.
How are we? They're straight up offering. Wait, how are we going to discuss pay? How are we going to pay them?
Yeah.
The Bastion actually pays itself. if it's
Oh.
running.
Oh,
Oh, it's like
Okay.
an investment.
The
More
Bastion
research.
facilities generate money. It's just assumed that the hirelings you put in the Bastion just take their own cut.
okay. No worries. They can crash here as long as they help around.
Well, yeah, that's basically above table meta-wise. The Tidebringers are the ones who would default automatically 100% want to join your Bastion already. A source of able-bodied monks who can work several jobs. And yeah, it's just assumed that if you don't have anyone, the Tidebringers are already filling in.
Yeah.
Since they live in Pearltide, or they are supposed to be living in Pearltide already. They are 100% down to just
Yeah,
live
they're
here.
just here.
Yeah. You just encountered the other NPCs who maybe would have joined. But yeah, these guys are the ones who are 100%, yeah, fuck yeah, we're down to live here.
So who do we have on our roster right now?
Well, Rustin and Shaw are guaranteed, and it's assumed that if you need nameless NPCs to fill up facilities, the
Yes.
Tidebringers will fill in.
The Taylor's also gonna be
Until
here.
you find somebody who's perhaps more specialized in the role that could help more than normal. Jason? Jason
Oh my
is also
God.
somewhere. You need to find them somewhere.
Right, we promised him a house, right?
Yep. yeah, I did make that joke offhandedly, knowing I would give you guys a Bastion, yes. I did
This
actually
is not
intentionally
his
say
house.
that, knowing I was gonna give you guys. He's probably somewhere here. I don't have his token, but he's somewhere around. We can discuss that off screen. Assume that with the Tidebringers, most facilities can function. It's just that if you bring specialized people like Taylor, they might have a bit of a bonus.
Do we know any specialized gardeners besides Scots?
Maybe in a place with a lot of trees and gardening, in a country that's
I
full
wonder
of...
where there's an abundant amount of trees.
A place that's very green. It's almost as if adventuring the world makes you meet a lot of NPCs that you might want to talk to again.
Gee.
Anyways, but yeah, that's what these guys tell you. Essentially, yeah, unless you have anything else to say to them.
Do you guys have anything else?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I was about to offer Shaw like, hey, you want to learn about gardening?
You could. Like, that's something we can handle in the Bastion chat or Camp RP, whichever we won't use that. There's Bastions, I will just say now, out of character, Bastions are going to be something that mostly happens off-screen, because most of the time you are out adventuring on your own. Bastions work even if you're not in the Bastion itself. Like, that's why you have these people that you hire, and, like, it maintains itself. But should, like, an event happen to the Bastion, it's going to be an off-screen thing. Like, if we have, like, an off week where people can't play a session but we want to do something, we might just handle, like, a Bastion event, because events can happen to a Bastion, like random visitors, or like an attack, thieves, or like a sudden breakthrough in like a trade invention or like a party. Stuff like that can happen in a Bastion without needing you guys to be there. So if we ever have like an off week where we can't play a session but people want to do something, that's where a Bastion could fit. Plus, it's also just something that happens in the background, and it's a money generator. It's
Nice,
both a money generator and a money sink, because of course you can upgrade your Bastion. One of the problems with mid to high level D&D is that players can sometimes just accumulate thousands of gold but not have anything to spend it on. I've done my job balancing that with the amount of times you guys have gone broke, because I've offered you guys a lot of magic items to buy. But eventually, through higher level quests, higher rewards, there needs to be something to put your money into. That's what a Bastion also serves, because it's just a place you can pimp out.
Yeah, I got no more questions. I'm good.
Yeah.
Does Via want to barge in here, or go back to asking Mitchell a question? Because otherwise, we'll end the session by just going to the bedroom.
I think we can regroup. Then
I don't think I have anything else. Honestly, and maybe I do want to ask what would happen. How would we, if Shiva was alive and Zachary is working with the gracious ones group cult thing, wanted to ask like how would we find a champion, but maybe I shouldn't ask.
That seems like something that requires an investigation, and I wonder what special facility specializes in researching lore.
Oh, maybe I could have asked during that time. But I didn't really know about if she was actually alive or not. But now,
Well, we
now
don't
that
know if she's alive or not.
Mistral, no, but Mistral gave a really good evidence of something that might help convince my theory of her being alive still.
I wonder. Well, that's up to you guys. Do you guys want to meet back up then? Let's say bedroom meet up on a sleepover?
Yes. I'll just say, tell
Sleepover.
Mistral that thank you for answering my questions, and thank you for being here. Please stay here as long as you'd like to rest up. It's really much appreciated. Yeah.
Yes, of course. We will be here for a foreseeable future. Good luck on your future travels.
Thank you.
And assuming that, I will ask the party, what's your bedrooms like? Is it all together? Is it separate rooms? Time to decide.
I feel like
Yes.
having separate rooms would
Separate
Yeah,
rooms.
we've always
Yeah.
had separate rooms ever since chapter 1.
we like
Yeah.
our privacy.
Mhm. But you have a lounge area.
Who even wants
Yes,
to
that we can
share a
share.
bed?
What if we put our Minecraft beds together? Like that. And
Wait, so whose room are we crashing in?
Or you could crash in a room, yeah? You guys.
Whose room do we want to crash in?
We broke for it.
We could have
You
our
could.
own.
Hey, yeah, we
This is-
have our own, but where are we?
Yeah, this
meeting
is entirely up to you guys as you guys regroup before as the day ends.
up? QQ's room.
I feel like it'd be smart to be
Oh,
Reef's room,
Jesus
you know, because
Christ.
since this is in Pearl Tide.
Up to you guys. This is your bastion. You decide. This is just a placeholder background because we don't really have a visual for the bastion yet.
I will be in QQ's room because right now the image showing is red.
Oh my god, of course.
I mean, unless QQ doesn't want red in his room, then so who wants red
I
in
think
their
it's
room?
fine.
Oh, I wonder if Red doesn't want red.
Gee, I wonder. I really wonder.
I wonder what Red's favorite color is.
It actually isn't.
Mine isn't violet either.
That's so funny.
Mine's blue.
We love blue.
Anyways,
QQ's room.
you guys take over. It's just meet up now. It's just like this entire rest of the end of it's up to you guys. Meet up, talk about whatever.
So
Yeah,
how was
alright.
your
Let's call
tour
it
around
QQ's
the? How's your tour around the bastion?
I mean, you guys start. You guys were the one that barged into my room.
Well, okay. Well, actually, I learned a lot of things. Considering our last battle was quite something. I had my heart racing. I thought we were gonna die.
Of
Honestly,
course.
I'm surprised we survived that. Actually, considering that I didn't know how to swim. Right?
You
He
have to
doesn't.
fly.
You know, you could say that
Sure.
about like most of our major battles.
Yeah, the thing is, I was the one who was drowning.
QQ was in the water.
Yeah, he took off his life jacket just to remove the last pistol.
It was so great that we were managed to fish you out of the water to safety.
Yeah, Via, who can totally fly over the water. It's so terrifying
It's
to
such
be
a
able to
bother, you know?
It's such a bother to drown when you can just fly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my
Yeah.
oxygen tank disappeared halfway through.
Meanwhile, the normal human man.
Yes, I do agree. We did pretty well. I do agree. So yeah, I did some little research while I was in the library visiting Strixie and my dad. Apparently, there's no other elemental cataclysm, as you know, to this day. So I don't know how one would form from the crystal. The only theory I could come up with is probably someone using the crystals, using the what's it called sealing ritual spell
Yeah.
Only someone really strong enough to capture, to seal a cataclysm into these crystals had to be on the level of a, I don't want to say this, but on champions level of power. So probably around 500 years ago. This is just a theory. It's a working theory. I don't know how true it is. But from what my dad said, like two of the people that might have the chance of capturing probably cataclysms are the champion Shiva and Syklos. Though Syklos passed away,
Yeah.
Shiva is totally perished or gone missing. We don't really know which we want to go with. But from Madame Mistral, I asked about if there's a likelihood of her surviving till this day. Is if Shiva, had what was it called, contract or made some kind of bargain with a otherworldly being in siphoning their power to live longer. They're just thinking that perhaps we already talked about Lucio, right? Might be the gracious one, did we?
Yeah.
We did. Okay, this is just a theory. Perhaps that Shiva may have contacted an angel of sorts, like perhaps my mom or Michael. Though it's not Michael, or maybe Lucio. Lucio's a higher probability on my mind. How? So, what do you think of this theory? You think that's possible, or am I just crazy?
I mean, it's a working one from what we have right now.
Yeah, and get this, Mistral says that from a theory of her own that Shiva may be born from the Underdark, and there's a likely theory that my mom Gabriel might be in the Underdark as well. So, and
Okay, question. We all saw the vision from last session, right? Yep.
What was the vision?
Yep, the one where you saw Lucille, Mikael, and the champions fighting the Cataclysm.
Oh yes, we all saw that.
Mm-hmm. It's a repeating pattern that you've had. It worked when you dispelled Galena's influence as well, and then when you practice stone, the remnants of Tijo's influence gives you guys visions. Somebody's trying to communicate to you.
Oh,
But yes,
so
we
it's
saw it.
likely. So it's likely almost confirmed that Lucille is the contracted being with Shiva, then, right? That she might still be alive. If we're going off that vision as being real, and it actually happened. Shiva, Shieba. At least I
Yes.
think that's how.
She, like
Yes?
the pronoun, and then BA. I don't actually remember why I named her that.
I thought-
It was like actually like.
Oh, there's no I in her name. Why have a misspelling with an I in her name?
It's just Shiva.
Oh my god, me and my spelling. Okay, yeah. So that's what I discovered. It's a theory, not completely confirmed, but it would technically match with what we saw in the vision right after our massive battle with Dredge. Yes, I do. I do remember that. Oh, she did. Oh, she did. Oh. Oh, she did. So the likelihood of her perhaps being taking Lucio's power to live longer is very much true. If say the vision we saw is real, which I believe is real.
If what you're saying is true, then that means Shiba is truly alive. Not only that, but we've also met her before.
We have?
Wait. If the lady with the glowing eye we saw in the church in the first few sessions, didn't we suspect her to be like the Apostle of Shadow? Or
Oh, we did. When was this? Was this which session is this?
and if Shiba
Was it between
has
sessions?
the glowing eye?
In Orem? Was it in Orem or was it the first time we went to the church?
Lumeria.
Oh, it was in Lumeria? So the first church we ever
Lumeria.
went to then, right?
Yeah.
Leash.
Wait, so we know. So okay, the first person with the glowing eye could be the shadow person, Apostle Shadow,
Or Shiba. Or it could be Shiba.
But then it would be kind of weird if it's like, Apostle of Shadow and Shiva is the same person.
No, I don't think. No, Shiba's not Apostle of
That's
Shadow. I don't
weird.
think they're the
It's
same.
yeah, they're not the same.
Because if the Apostle of Shadow, if Shiba is the Apostle of Shadow, why would she be using the
So it could
elemental
mean
of
that
Shadow when she has
the Apostle
power
of
of
Shadow is
Angel?
one half, and there's like another person. Could be
two
another
people.
person with another glowing eye.
Could be, yeah.
The glowing eyes are there in this world.
There's a lot of people with glowing eyes. Like, look
There's
at
a
Reef
lot of-
has glowing eyes. Reef has like glowing eyes.
I mean, the thing is with Aasimar is like both of their eyes are glowing. Like,
That's true, yeah.
and the Drow lady only has one.
It's almost as if it wasn't meant to be like that.
What if she has a twin?
Well, I mean, Shiba wore a mask, so we don't
I mean,
really know
yeah,
what
true.
it looks like.
We don't
Oh,
know what
right.
exactly she is.
She looks like, yeah. Oh wait, Ilphriina has seen the face of the Apostle of Shadow.
Oh, okay. So, like, instead of being the Apostle of Shadow, the Drow lady we saw might be she.
Oh, Shiba is a drow. I just know she's from the Underdark, but that's a high chance of her being a drow, probably, because from what Via learned, that the crystals used to capture, like, imbue it with spirits or catalysm are from where drows live, like in the caves down under. So it could be. We're not really too sure. I don't think Shiba would be a Apostle of Shadow, though.
I mean, Shiba is just a patron. I mean, no, her patron is the Gracious
It's
One.
Lucio.
No, it could be the same person.
Oh, you're right, because Lucio is the Gracious One, if it's true that she is the Gracious One. I don't know if that is confirmed or not.
And if she is, like, the Gracious One, then her right person in command would be her, like, I forgot what's
Yeah.
the actual term, but, like, that person.
Disciple?
The
Warlock.
disciple. Yeah, the
Disciple, is that what you
warlock.
said? Oh.
I feel like earlier, like, we kind of thought that they can't be the same persons because, like, we would be confused with, like, how the timeline would add up with our
Yeah.
current information.
But
But
I mean,
now
if-
it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because the Drows are basically, like, they're, like, from the elves
They are elves.
category. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're just another form of elves, so she would be able to live that long from the Rupture as well. And with the power of Lucio, she would also live long enough to be here right now as the Apostle of Shadows, so... I just didn't think she'd be showing her face walking around. I thought we had to wait a little bit longer into the session until she makes her appearance or something.
Wait, so if she was Shiva, why was she in the church? Was she just admiring herself?
I guess so. Maybe she was just admiring herself, maybe.
Right. Good for her.
Good for
Oh,
you.
I guess so, yeah. All right,
Correct, she was praying at that statue.
She's praying to
I thought-
herself.
I would have thought that Shiva would be like the last boss, and we go into like the Gracious One cult headquarters or something.
You wouldn't know that.
I
didn't know that
not
yet.
that. I don't know that. I just figured she might be the last boss because she's a champion. That stop the rupture.
But what's bigger than a champion?
The divine beings like Lucio. So I guess she can also be
Yeah.
boss. Mini boss and the mini boss Shiba and then last boss Lucio, I guess.
Or like the fucking cataclysms.
That too, I guess so.
Like we're
But
just
they
gonna
have
be
to
like
fight
in
us
Armageddon
online.
and we're just
So if my theory that saying the crystals that the apostles use have cataclysm is in those crystals, that means we're basically already fighting cataclysm as the mini bosses because we fought one literally 2 months ago in our last session.
I mean technically yeah, there are many bosses, but not like the big ones that can like destroy the world,
That is true, but right now Lucio's looking like she would be able to destroy the world.
Mhm.
That does raise a lot of questions. So yeah, that's those theories that I have.
Is he even aware that Shiba's just right there? I feel like she's
I don't know if Shiba actually announced
like,
that.
telling
Oh, I am Shiba. Yeah, telling
old
others that,
people
I'm
every
Shiba
day.
the champion. Yeah, she could just be
like,
like,
yeah,
oh,
I'm the
just
champion.
around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she would be going around. Oh yeah, I'm the champion. I'm Shiba the champion. That
Ilphriina, since you asked a good question, roll me an insight.
Ooh. Oh, that's true. Because Shiba always had a mask, and she was mysterious. Not a lot of people know about her, so no one knows.
Yeah, that's the thing we're saying.
she's
She
a
might
dragon now.
like we might not know who she actually. She's still like being mysterious.
Yeah. I don't think she had a mask. The apostle had a hood. The hood was covering her face.
It's like
we
a
don't even know
veil.
Yeah, we don't even know if she's wearing a mask or not. It's basically just a hood. Or a
Okay,
veil or
Ilphriina.
something.
Okay, let me speak for a bit for Ilphriina. Ilphriina, you would wonder why they don't just work together, and there is that evidence that yeah, he could not know he's a Drow. But there's also something that stood out to you in the Dredge fight, and that Dredge fully admitted he was willing to go against the Apostle's shadow. The Apostles might not be a fully coherent unit. They still have their own agendas. Considering what Dredge just said about being willing to team up with you guys and take over if he can be top dog.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I remember that.
So maybe so they maybe join just for something. Okay, so Shiba probably has her own agenda. And she doesn't care if the apostle agenda aligns with hers as long as they're kind of doing something, which I have no idea what that something is.
But yeah, the bigger picture is whatever is her agenda is kind of influencing like the apostles, or like she's trying to take from the apostles.
Advantage of the apostles, yeah.
Yeah.
So what the apostles are doing is probably in her favor, even though their motives are different or like their agenda is different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, Drafor is the dwarves.
Sunder wanted. What does Sunder want? He wanted to bring back the old world, or like get rid of the new world.
Okay, I can tell you this because you guys didn't know it. Sunder specifically said his motive was to restore the glory of the elves.
Oh.
Oh. With like from the grove and all that.
Yeah, he said that it was a while ago, so I can just remind you guys of that. That you explicitly did hear that was his motivation,
Yeah, I
right.
remember he mentioned something. So
and that the old ways must go, so that he can achieve it. That's something you already knew, so I can tell you that, right?
okay, so that's what he wanted. And then Dredge, what did Dredge want? He wants.
He wanted
anarchy?
he wanted anarchy. He was plain anarchist. He wanted
Yeah, just expansion.
Expansion. Okay. We don't know what Breeze want, do we? Did Breeze say something?
Adoption.
Run away
Okay,
from
he
her
changed-
own mother.
So it doesn't matter. She just wants to be part of the cult crew. No, it doesn't matter
She
what.
wants to be
motives
far
she has.
away from Unahar.
Okay, never mind. That didn't matter at all. Okay. All right, because I'm trying to see the common ground between what their
Breeze went
actions
to
are doing. What? Does both Thunder and Dread basically kind of takes over of a city basically, or a section of the world? Is that what their kind of actions do?
Sunder and Dredge, you've put together that they both want to essentially take over. It's like, yeah, this is something I can just say to you that, yeah, the apostles have now a pattern of wanting to be on top. At least the apostles that you've seen and that have been picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest question mark is how did Shiva convince Luciel?
Well, we saw
become her
in our
patron?
vision. I cannot remember what the conversation was. What was it that they say? Because that's probably where. Because we did see the negotiation.
Lucille was forcefully chained and sealed.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was forced to become her patron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, she has the power to do that. She's a freaking champion who's very strong with lots of knowledge.
Shiba said, "Fuck the rules."
Yeah, she was very strong. She had the power. She can take down a divine being now.
Yeah, she summoned chains and binded her.
We're gonna beat that.
Sure,
We're
why
gonna
not?
fight her.
Level 20 characters. Let's
Like, how
go.
could you be more
Ooh.
powerful
Literally-
than an angel?
By being level 20, D&D characters are overpowered.
Literally,
Did she
Reef
use
and
her
Via
free
are both
will
half
that-
basically angel, and
She used her
What if
free
we
will
got
to
changed
own an
too?
angel.
What if Via Reef book gets changed up? Oh my god!
When you guys get to level 20 yourselves, you can see that kind of thing is a cakewalk for D&D characters when they reach that level. They are canonically level 20 characters. That's just something they can do. You can be using the Devasi to make herself more powerful.
Don't say that.
Not my mom!
There was
Anyways, we can end at any time, by the way. This is literally just you guys can end at
Hey
any time.
guys, on another note, other than this heavy topic that I brought up, but
Yeah.
I'm really stressed now. I could use a break. Maybe we can think of this on another day when I'm fully
Yes,
energized.
When you guys
How do you
go back
guys
to your
feel
rooms
about
and leave
playing a
behind.
game called Daggerheart?
what's Daggerheart?
It's a game that
Skip ads.
introduced to me.
It's do it
kinda
like in a
like
Map Mercer.
tabletop game that you kind of role play in some sort of venture that she explained. It sounds really fun though. I was wondering. If
Hey
you guys
guys,
wanna play with
did you
us.
know that Daggerheart is about to reveal its latest edition, Daggerheart Hope and Fear, the first major expansion of Darrington Press's. We are not sponsored. We just lost our sponsorship. We did it for free.
Please, Map Mercer, sponsor us.
Mark
Please
Mercer.
sponsor
They actually are about to release their first expansion book that adds the playtest stuff. Anyways, back to D&D.
Please give us early access to the expansion. Okay, never mind.
We already have like their equivalent to the playtest. We do have early access. That's the early access.
So, yeah, what do you guys say?
Imagine if we just say no.
We just said no.
That would be very sad.
Like, imagine we just say no. Do you want to play a game? No.
No. And then like
It'll
we
be
just simply
very
delete
fun.
the video from
I'm
YouTube.
sure it'll be very relaxing.
It was set in an alternate universe where we said yes. That is the only difference in that universe.
Yes.
Everything else is the same.
There's no
Anyway.
divergence whatsoever. It just goes
Reef
back to
already
set.
agreed. Reef already agreed to play.
Yeah, sure, why not? We'll schedule it, you know. Schedule.
Sure, we could use a break anyways.
Scott?
Nah, it's on a Sunday. I can't go on a Sunday.
Girl, no. I'm down.
It's
Yeah,
not.
like I'm going to be busy for the next few
I'm
weeks.
down.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be working on the Bastion. Unfortunately, we'll have to schedule it some other time.
No, you know,
Yeah, we
breaks
could
are
use the
good
break
for
from, all of the
All of-
real world stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really need it. Let's go play some games so we can do some escapism.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Taylor has a thesis that they need to go to. I'll have to focus on that first.
Yeah, we
I
can
need to be,
schedule
like, a present parent
we
for
Certain day.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's not night. We can figure out a day or time that we're all free. We all can do.
Okay, so who's the scheduling secretary?
Probably the
Via.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Trucy and Trucy. I keep saying Trucy. 'Cause I've been playing Ace Attorney. Oh my god, Trucy. I've been playing Ace Attorney so much.
No!
I keep saying Trucy. I meant just Trixie. Yeah, this means I need to go sleep. I need to go sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can end it when you guys want. I'm just letting you guys RP for
This is a
however
good
long
way
you
to
want.
end
Okay, I
it.
think-
We
I think
all
that's
want to
good
play
enough.
Daggerheart. Let's go.
Good way to end the D&D session. Let's play Daggerheart instead.
Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, I guess if you guys have nothing else to talk about, that is where we could leave session
Yay.
31 of World of Syklos for the Arisen, the start of chapter 5. We know our next destination, and you guys have actually now started picking up. Well, you guys have started. You guys have been picking up more of the story that has been laid out for you.
I was not expecting
Next
to
time.
find lore here today.
Next
Yeah.
time, we perhaps start the journey back to Lumeria and find out what the mysterious voice has been leading you to.
Farmers.
Thank you.
Okay, we can end the recording.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, I already ate while you guys
Yeah,
were
you-
talking.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye,
You guys go
YouTube.
get some food. Bye, YouTube. That was a lot of fun. Oh my god.
it
It's good,
was
good to be
nice.
back.
It is
Good
good to be back. I missed this.